Right, welcome to Storm King's Thunder, where me and a bunch of my nerdy-ass friends get together and we play Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and
Dungeons and
Dragons.
Dragons! Um,
I
we
like
are
that.
in session 9 of our campaign, where our party has just arrived at Goldenfields. They thwarted the foreboding Kraken priest Wex in his attempts to manipulate Zephyros, and in the aftermath claimed a mysterious orb that he was hauling around with, you later learned had a giant octopus in it. Zephyros rewarded you by improving your looking glass to be a glass of dissemination, so you can contact more than just Nightstone, and added himself to your contacts in your new iPhone. Congratulations. You gambled with a good-natured dragon, Felgalus, and cheated, which he will remember. No, which may or may not come up in the future. You arrived at Goldenfields and saw its sprawling fields, orchards, and groves that just seemed to go on for miles, all within a thick, sturdy wall that is more or less in okay shape. A couple of parts of it are a little dilapidated, but that's all right. You met the monk priestess Zhiliang at the gates and claimed the bounty for the werebore. She encouraged you guys to reach out to Strog Thunderblade after learning that you were Lords of Nightstone and had news of an attack on Nightstone. She didn't think it would do much better than speaking to Hontanus, who dismissed you guys rather quickly. You purchased some goods for Taylor and some brewing supplies of the Earth Mother's bounty, met with the awakened tree Liferlas and all his quirky glory, and made your way to meet the abbot, but were dismissed as the abbot was in the middle of a sermon. You arrived at the Nightfurrow's end and met a slew of interesting characters. Orin, the halfling bard who played with Davos and the Fey Fighters back in Orlbar. Miro Zelbrin, who's the Yeti, the man that you were sent here to retrieve. A blacksmith who, while distressed at the news that you had brought him, was more than happy to sign up and help out any way he could, and asked you to escort him back home. Saro, the barkeep, who gave you a free round of Golden Gulp brew and a free night of rooms. 3 rooms to be specific. And that Golden Gulp ale is made at the brewery within this town that the guardhouse is nearby. You met Mama Safine, a beautiful tiefling woman who collects magical artifacts, and spoke to Tally a little bit about the Feywild, as well as post-session, Naxine, a dracologist who works with the Guild of the Magists and shared some knowledge of dragons in Faerun, including many dragons that your party was already familiar with in one way or another. Most of you had lived in a region that these dragons sort of roamed around and heard their names, and you had already actually gambled with your new friend Fegalus. And that, my good dudes, so we're going to pick up with their 6 party members, your Arcane Retriever, and your Baby Phoenix. Just reminding you that you have this.
We're still in the tavern?
Yes, you are in the tavern. You have just finished your conversation with Naxine. You are welcome to proceed north to go to the guardhouse. You're welcome to decide not to talk to Strog and go to bed. You're welcome to try to buy anything in the town. From what you gather,
that was my second question: is what time is it?
Mid to late afternoon. I'm thinking like 3-4 o'clock, give or take. Not terribly late, but getting on in the day. You arrived about noontime, I would say.
Till in the end. Golbrand wants to grab the nearest familiar NPC and ask them, those who thinks the abbot is done with his pontifications?
The last one you were talking to was Naxine. And Naxine has this she's a dark-skinned woman with thick curly hair that is grayed a little bit, wrinkled, wears half-moon spectacles, seems very polite and formal, but did exchange information for drinks. She's now had 3 that you guys have provided her, so she's feeling pretty good. Oh, well, let me see. It has been nearly 2 hours since he began, so yes, he should be ending shortly. I think that he usually has business that he looks up to in the afternoon, so I cannot speak as to whether or not he is free, but as for pontification, he has certainly ceased.
Golbrand shrugs. Turns to the group. He says, Wickens goes and tries to catch the abbots, or Wicken goes and finds the guard's house. Yeah, he kind of shrugs. He says, this is all filler content for him. He's looking towards the next couple of days. He's like, shit.
Sorry, the whose house?
Strog Thunderblade is the captain of the guard that Ji said you could try to bring this news to and see if anything would come of it. She seemed to think that it would go about the same way as Hontanis, but did tell you that he was at the main barracks, which is near Golden Gulp Brewery, just north of town. If you look on, if you're on the map, it's G9, right up here. Or you could try to double back to the Abbey, which is G7 down here on the bottom. Or you could try to peruse the town for goods and services, anything like that.
G9. How long of a walk is that?
It's a few miles.
Okay.
Let me see here. It would be about an hour's walk. It's about 3 miles, little over.
What does everybody thinks? Wicken goes and tries to talk to him, but it's might be uneventful if he likes the other child.
And what of the abbot?
He kind of shrugs. He says, I guess we could go find him tomorrow's before we leaves, but I generally agree that it's more important to speak with him first.
Alright, well, I've had a few drinks at this tavern, and I don't quite remember why we're visiting, but let's go visit the abbot.
Tully also had his mind fucked a little bit, like, at the end of last session. Like, Safine took off that ward, and he was having himself a very strong headache. She replaced it, so he's not under any effects now, but you can tell it was not a pleasant experience for him.
Rattled the old bauble a bit.
As they're leaving the tavern, Golbran will look at Zatari and say, has at least met this child before. Will you help us with negotiations?
I'll try my best.
This is all we can ask from anybody. He's gonna go.
Okay. So you guys are proceeding to Harvest Home, to the Abbey?
Yeah, I believe so. Unless anybody has any objections.
Nope. Let's do it.
Okay. You guys, it takes you about half an hour to get through the town. This place is quite big. You pass row after row of these long houses that are very intricately decorated. Very long roofs, the beams of which are each carved in a different animal, and each have a number assigned to them. You make your way into the town center, where business is bustling. People seem to be a good crowd of people seem to be leaving the abbey. Both people who are associated with the church, such as monks, clerics, acolytes, as well as a few civilians and even a few soldiers who seem to be attending the service for Shanti. You proceed onto the grounds. A beautiful grove surrounds this church, as does the Wheatfields to the south and to one side of it. And stained glass, beautiful carved stone, 2 bears wandering around, nibbling at fruit that's fallen from some of the smaller trees in the area. As you approach, there are a couple of guards by the door, but the doors are open. You proceed in and see light pooling in from the late afternoon sun, going through the stained glass windows and illuminating the interior of this cathedral, for lack of a better word. Exquisite artwork, not so decadent where there's like a lot of gilded things and stuff of that nature, but a lot of it looks to have been made for the glory of Shanti rather than, to express wealth or anything. You see a older man with a short cropped white beard. I'm going to drop it in chat real quick. That you quickly gather is Father Dawnbringer. Drinking Sender, and game notes. Bloop. As you approach, you see a half-orc man with him. Tall, green-gray skin, muscular, a little bit pot-bellied. Looks to have been quite fit in his youth, but has slacked quite a bit. Little balding, but some tufts of brown hair. Wearing a heavier, a low grade of heavy armor, which you can see has the emblem of the city on the side of it. A worn hand axe at his side, as well as a shield on his back. And seeing you approach and the unusual composition of your party, this man sort of steps forward to intercept you and the abbot, and says, "Do you have business with the abbots?"
Yeah. I think you should probably recognize me at least. I was sent on a little excursion to find this werebear man thing.
The werebore. Yes. No, I do remember you now. You were the one who could never button his shirt properly. Yes, that is correct. Strictly based on.
It's fashion, my friend. But all right, go ahead. As you are.
You
He has
do
made
not
some friends.
apparently. And he sort of gives you all a sort of side glance, looking. You're a couple of wild men walking up in here. Granted, in Goldenfields, you've noticed that you are not. There are wild-esque people here. There are people who seem like hermits, who may live in the woods for much of the year and may come to town for supplies or for services or trade, whatever their cause may be. But you see, while not former barbarians, some of these more wild types of people, wood elves, people who usually prefer to stick away. Outlanders, there we go. As you are, Strug sort of glances you over, and you do not need to speak with the abbots about this. Any of the guards can give you your pay. You are dismissed.
Yeah, but my friends here had some business with him as well.
And
I think you should. Our musical friends here explains things much better than me. And Golbrand will to prompt Davos to explain, will move his collar to show the necklace he's seen Davos do so many times, trying to prompt Davos to do the same thing.
You
say,
roll a do me a favor. Roll a general charisma check for me.
Check. That's not gonna be good.
Not a save. Yeah.
I would also like to say, look at fucking.
Yeah,
I told you it wasn't gonna be good.
So you basically try to do the necklace thing that you've seen him do, but you basically end up looking like the kid who's pulling the necklace through their teeth. You pull it a little too high, in your effort to get it up out of your bear skins. And he gives you a wary look, and hand sort of rests on his axe at his side, and the abbot chuckles and oh, Strog, at ease. These do not seem to be people who wish us harm. Please, welcome to Goldenfields. My name is Father Daravik, and I do serve the abbey here. What, my friends, may I ask, brings you to seek out our company?
What up?
Oh, I remember you as well.
Golbrand will look at Bergin. He'll say, "You're always very good at explaining our stumblings."
Yeah, shit.
Says that in front of the priest.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Can you? We have to. Oh. I clicked
roll
enter
again?
on my keyboard.
Oh, sorry. You did better with him than you did the guard.
Well, that sucked.
If you
he'll
guys
say,
choose to relay the general information of what happened to Nightstone and the attack itself, the lady being killed in the attack, and your sort of stumble to lordship, he will be quite surprised. We have had exchanges with giants of our own here, but I did not think them to be such a threat. I am most sorry to hear of Lady Valrosa's unfortunate passing. I will speak with the leaders of this city and see if we cannot provide some form of aid. And Strog, upon hearing you talk about the attack, it is no problems for a metropolis such as ours, Father. The walls of our city keep us quite safe. The Nightstone is not as well fortified or as prepared for such attacks. It was more susceptible to these types of attackings.
Ali will once again mention a flying castle with cannons.
Cannons.
Yes, imagine something that hurls boulders.
I know what the cannon is, you ass. But the castle had cannons. I did not think cloud giants to be the craftsy type.
Oh, the fucking flying wasn't the part that impressed you.
Like,
Golbrand will also reiterate. He'll say, some of them are building war machines. He'll point at Zatari and he'll say he has seen them.
Whoa, my man.
Is this Strog or the Abbot we're talking to?
I'm saying
both sort of. They're. Oh yeah.
We thinks you should be expecting another attacks. It would be prudent.
The father will. Machines of war does sound quite troublesome, Strog. Have you taken the precautions that I requested of you from my last attack? And you see Strog kind of shuffle his feet. And roll insight checks, whoever wants to. Whatever two people want to, I'll say that.
I have +5, so.
I also have a 5, but if someone else has something higher, they should take that insight check.
No.
Big
I got a pretty
20.
heavy insight.
Does it twice every time.
Go ahead and roll as well.
What'd you
Bergin.
say, Spencer?
So he's got that big insight. That
Yeah,
big
he
PI.
does.
20 and 21. All right, you two gather. He has not. Almost plainly, he has not prepared the way he was supposed to. But you see him. We are still working out the scheduling, but we plan to initiate the increased security that you requested very soon. And
My friend, this is the problem with your bureaucracy. You grow your plants in rows. Your nature looks like an office. Your bureaucracy slows down everything that's supposed to make your city run.
Strog sort of puffs out his chest. We will find that fruit here grows much cleaner than in the wilds of wherever you wander from, child. This is not a small farm. This is the largest plantation in Faerun. We provide food to more cities than you can count on those measly fingers of yours.
The largest plantation in Faerun is Faerun, my friend. You've only put walls around it.
Walls to protect us from such stumbling oafs that would destroy a small city such as yours. And Father Daravik, settle down. There is no need for conflict, certainly not within the church. Listen, we are aware that there are some things to be mindful of in the coming days and weeks and months. I have expressed my interest in Strog here to increase security and perimeter checks. If you would like to be of assistance and aid us in this endeavor, it would be appreciated. However, until such means can be done to organize our troops and the forces of the Emerald Enclave, we are at a standstill. Bureaucracy may be slow, but it is a formal tie that empowers all of us.
Will's use considers a lasting alliance with Nightstones.
We have maintained peace with Nightstone in the past. An alliance is an awful strong request, considering I have never met any of you and have not had a chance to discuss the happenings of the city with anyone else at the time.
I mean, Devin gets it, but that's a little over Goldbrand's head, so he's gonna shrug and look at the nearest socially intelligent party member, like.
Yeah, that
so
checks
myself.
out. It's a bit early for that, probably.
If I do say so myself, Sir Abbot, sir, if they have
It's
experience
Mr. Sir
in these,
Abbot, sir. The third. Please
well,
continue.
Mr. Sir Abbot,
Mr. Sir Rabbit?
Yeah,
Mr.
that's what
Sir
I
Rabbit.
heard.
I am actually a hare who has been polymorphed into a human. That's why my beard is so fluffy. I do have the tail, but the ears were too much.
Gross.
Enjoy that mental image.
I will not.
There's actually in 5e there's an elven word for someone who polymorphs himself for sexual pleasure. Literally
Of course
hairy.
there is.
Great.
Wow. Okay, that's Goldbrand, I think. He mentioned fucking as a bear earlier. That might be.
Did.
That's somewhat different. I don't know. Maybe not.
Is it? No. No. Okay. Anywho, any hair. What, do you
Oh,
just...
okay, yeah.
Good.
If they have experience with these mystical flying castles, wouldn't you want to align yourself with them? They are lords of a land.
There are several lords in the province of Faerun who would seek to align themselves with us through one mean or another. We have many trade agreements with some of the surrounding cities, as well as connections with larger Emerald Enclave forces in the area. We house a great number of troops here, so defense is not something we are exceedingly worried about. However, should your time in the city go well, and should we become better acquainted, I will keep an open mind about forging some type of alliance. Do you have... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say as a back thing, like Zatari does not deal with rejection well, so it's very much so a baby. So go ahead with what you're about to say, and then I'm gonna play that out.
I love this. That's canon. That's beautiful. The father seeing you like not grow misty-eyed, but definitely like a little like, oh, I thought we were going to be friends.
Right.
There is still but time. But if you would not mind, Strog and I have things to discuss with the civil leaders of our city. Is there anything else that either of us could help you with? And
Man, your plants suck, your walls aren't taught off, and you smell like shit. And then Zatari starts walking.
Jesus.
Please forgive sins.
Yeah, don't take
He
it
has-
personal.
I
has
was
been
do
alone
you really
for a
say
while,
that,
so
or do you like? Are you just
No.
like peacocking? Yeah, that's what I thought. If you I mean, if you want to say parts of that, you can. But the smell like shit
No,
part,
it's
you might
good.
not. I
Um,
bathe monthly, just like everyone else in this damn town.
Fucking nasty hole. Yeah.
Medieval times.
Ollie looks at Goldbrand at the idea of a bath with questioning like brow.
I have bathed before.
Sure you have.
Not
bud.
with any of those weird scented waxes. But you have seen me wash in the fucking cave or pond.
It's
Oh,
probably your
God,
first
washing
time.
in cave water sounds disgusting.
No, yeah, gross. It was in the caves. What was it called?
The dripping
Probiotic.
caves?
The dripping caves. Yeah, that's what it was.
Ooh,
Yeah,
probiotic.
he had a sand scrub.
Gross. All right.
Very-
Anything else for the abbot or the captain of the garden, who is still like arms crossed, very closed off, not very not thrilled to see you, unwelcoming.
Well, regardless, Goldbrand, because he's I don't know, the Goldbrand thing to do. He's gonna look at the group and he'll say, I think that it would be prudence of us to assist with watches, as the abbot has suggested. And he's not really gonna. I mean, he's asking y'all. He's not including the other two, but he's not gonna say quietly.
Okay.
Well, you know I'm down.
He will see that there are 6 of you, and
Bergin likes that.
assign each of you a shift to be on at attention. We will say, we'll just run that when we come to that particular point. The abbot bows his head respectfully and leads Strog away. Strog doesn't quite give you the whole like I'm watching you thing, but you're definitely getting that kind of vibe. You gentlemen proceed out the front of Harvest Home Abbey back into the grove that surrounds it. Is there anything else you would like to hit? within the city.
No.
It's after your meeting, and I'd say it's probably late afternoon, 5, maybe 6-ish.
Can I buy some crossbow bolts somewhere?
Sure. I will tell you that I don't, except for Zatari, who has special bullets, I don't really
That's
track
what's-
ammo or anything. So
Oh, okay.
you are welcome to.
That
You-
being
you-
said,
we
we can
can-
go shop if y'all
yeah.
want to go shop.
Yeah, if you guys have anything else you want to buy, y'all can visit a shopkeep, and that can be a transaction, but you don't actually have to pay any gold to keep up with,
Okay, where?
But you want to go shop for
Let's see
anything
my-
else, like healing potions, or etc.
Yeah, I'd like to hit any armorer or jeweler about.
There is not, the only armorer seems to be Miros. He has an apprentice, who is taking over the throne for him, taking over the anvil for him. But they both seem, if you approach, you see them like packing things and preparing things, and he's telling her what he's leaving and what he's taking with him and what she'll have to buy, and filling her in on orders that still need to be completed, and showing her a couple of things, asking her if there's anything she wants a refresher on. He's very much like almost like a man going off to war. He's sort of trying to settle all of his business because he doesn't know when he's going to be back or if. You could try to speak to them, but they don't seem to be quite in the mood to do business. As far as jewelry, there is a fine shop that you pass by in the center square. The sign catches your eye as it's written in a golden filigree, very finely. Goldenjewels, and it seems to be put together as one word, like Goldenfields is. And if you enter in, you see a fine half-elven woman behind the counter, long blonde hair that reaches down past her waist, wearing green and brown robes, finely adorned with a couple of, like a choker necklace, a hanging pendant, a couple of rings, a couple of earpieces, and welcomes you graciously. Good evening, and please, welcome to my establishment. Is there anything that I could help you gentlemen locate today?
We seem to be wearing most of it. What
I
have
have
you got for
plenty
sale?
more. What are you looking for? I have rings, amulets, bracelets, necklaces, toe rings, earrings, piercings. If you're looking for something a little more adventurous. Is there something you were seeking out?
Any of those with a particularly magical quality?
Unfortunately, no. I had a woman come in just a few days ago and cleaned me fresh out of my stock of any type of
Blue
magical
skin,
artifact.
horns,
That fucking
quite an
tiefling.
accent.
Oh, yes. You must be familiar with Miss Saphine. Are you a friend of hers?
Yes, in some way or another.
Business contacts.
Business business associates. No, she is quite charming, yes. Had many a story to share, and loved to learn the history of the pieces that I had. No, I'm afraid she cleaned me out of most of the mundane items. But if you would like something that you could have enchanted later, I'm certainly happy to allow you to peruse. Or if you would like to sell anything, I'm always willing to buy.
What's your cheapest precious metal ring?
Well,
Colbran also wants a ring.
we do have a selection of brass and copper. These would probably be your cheapest. I do also have a couple of carved stone rings that are more often than not used as the base for some type of incantation, as I was discussing earlier. Of course, any of these items could be enchanted if you were to so desire.
Colbran takes his necklace off and says, for this, could you make me a rings with a phoenix on it?
With a what?
A phoenix on it.
She goes, oh, well, that would be quite the piece, and there is certainly more than enough material here. However, this could take several days, perhaps even the metal work that you're asking for is highly detailed. I would have to go through some drafting designs as well as speak with my artisans and see what we could conjure up in to give you the true fire that you desire. Would that be all right? It's perhaps 5 days.
I take a look at Goldbrand's hands and I go, look, I'll buy you a fucking bracelet and we'll carve a bird into it.
Well, oh, he wants to know if but he was trying to use the necklace to pay for a ring. Not necessarily. She has to recycle it.
Yeah,
but,
you could buy a ring, but she does not have anything with a phoenix on it.
Yeah, well, that's his. He's gonna look at the nearest. He's gonna look at Davos or Bergin or, well, Tallybo would know. He'll look at Davos or Bergin. He'll say, or I guess also the shopkeep, and he'll say, there's services that run between towns deliverings.
Oh, why certainly, yes. We do have couriers that for an additional fee could deliver your package anywhere within a 10 days journey. Where do you...
Nightstones?
Nightstone, no, yes, that's just south of Waterdeep, if I'm not mistaken. No, we could have something delivered there. I believe it is not too far away.
How much totals?
Let me do some quick math here. And she, you actually see her go back into a sort of a side room, and you see a couple of other people who are back there. One, a more stout, squat figure who seems to be at a workbench doing some work, and they're discussing it, and you see her like briefly peek out of the back curtain and tuck back away, and after a few minutes she comes in and says, she takes a closer look at the necklace that you provided. She says, you do have a lovely array of rubies within this necklace. We could use...
Sus. Can Goldbrand make an insight check about her going back there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, that's tripped me out for some reason. I got bad.
Goldbrand's always paranoid. That's a secret.
I was like, wait.
17?
Me too for a split second.
You gather, she was talking to a craftsman, not necessarily her boss, not necessarily her equal either, but, you know, someone who helps with a different part of the business. She seems to be more of the face, while this more, you know, less charismatic figure, we'll call it, tends to do more of the actual work. And it seems that...
for no reason.
A little bit, yeah. They mostly seem to be talking about how much it would be and what level of detail, and
I see.
And she comes back in and looks at your necklace and tells you the rubies in this are quite nice. They could be recycled if you would like. While this is an extravagant piece, we already have a good number of gemstone necklaces. If you were to use this, which I would value at about 250 gold, it would pay for the entire ring, as well as some fine craftsmanship, some fracturing of this ruby to be used within the work of itself, and then delivered onto you. And you would still have a fair bit of materials left over if you would like to do anything with them. Or you could sell us the necklace for 250, and for 200 we could have the ring crafted and delivered.
Oh, 50 gold pieces left over. Not enough to make everyone else over. Yeah.
I'm cool with it. Buy you something. Treat yourself.
It doesn't matter to... Well, it sounds like he can just pay for it and get 50 gold back out of it. Because he can... They can pay 200 and then he can sell it to her for 250.
Yeah, you basically make 50 gold and you get a ring.
I know Goldbrand doesn't know to do that, but fucking that's what he's gonna do, because not entirely my money.
She after hearing this, Valkyr's like, you know what, like, that sounds pretty sick. Fucking phoenix ring. I think I might get one. And he takes his off and puts it over. He's like, oh, Taliband, can I see your sack? I mean, the bag of holding.
Whoa.
Can I see it?
Oh.
Very well.
He reaches in and he pulls out Aku's necklace that apparently Aku had decided not to take with him and passed along to you guys before. And he looks at it like, fucking sick. All right, I'm gonna get 2 rings. Fuck the rest of you. I'm the most important. And then after sort of doing a side look, sort of like whispers into Tally and probably everyone but Zatari, and like, should we give him something? He's not a lord, so he doesn't need it. He's not important.
I'm sorry.
I mean, he's not. Who the fuck is he? We don't fucking know. The only thing they know about him is he doesn't button his shirt.
Who's he talking about?
Zatari.
Oh.
I'll just... Yeah, you can give him mine.
Give him
You
your
knows
mate.
you
We have
wants
one
ones,
right here.
Talibans.
Don't need to
Yes.
give yours away.
It would be prudent to have ones for him if he is knighted or lorded later.
Well, we're the fucking lords. We can knight him now, can't we? Or lord him? Who are we? What do we do here?
You'd have to call the pink one. There's lots of those.
Fuck.
Looks at Bergin, who he thinks knows something about royalty. He's a knight. Question.
If he makes it back to
Yeah,
Nightstone with us, that's truth enough for me. We'll lord him then.
Yeah, I don't know too much about all that, to be honest.
Not Goldbrand, excuse me, Davos.
Hell yeah.
Very classy.
Working on that.
Dude,
for
I love
so long.
the Discord one that I'm just gonna turn it on. It looks dope.
Davos will chime in like, I don't know if he's quite proved himself to be a lord yet, but let's just see what where the night takes us. That's pretty.
You see
that's
the
pretty nice.
Satari's in the corner, like flossing or something. Y'all are talking about him.
That's beautiful. Do you guys want to give him the
his-
necklace? Do you want to hold off? Do you want to? Giving him the necklace doesn't necessarily make him a lord, but
I'm okay either way.
Uh,
Whatever y'all
I
decide.
mean, he did help us out through that last frickus or whatever.
what was that?
He did help us out through that last battle or
Little fricas.
yeah, that frickus with what was it? Wax?
With that scrap, he
Valkyr seems to take that as
Exactly.
reason enough and like looks over like, "Oi, sorry, I shouldn't be shouting. We're inside.
mhm.
You look, you may not be one of us, and you may not even choose to follow along after all this, but you did help us out when we needed it, and for that, and for teaching us some seriously cool shit about your boomstick, we'll give you this here necklace." And he hands over a silver and emerald necklace, very very Slytherin-esque as far as color scheme goes. And it's got a large emerald in the center, not that quite that big, about that big, and a couple of smaller ones, and it's sort of like plates of silver that wrap around to the side. Very similar to all the others. Granted, some of them are different metals and different gemstones, but
Yo, is this motherfucking Captain Planet necklaces?
kind of. That's. I was thinking more like Egyptian royalty
Ranger?
nonsense.
Okay.
Well, fuck
If
this.
we have
It's
any
they're
more
Black
of those,
Panther studs. Like it's
If we
very
have
classic.
any more of those, you should have a rings made Talibans.
Yeah.
No, he does not want a ring.
Yeah, I'm thinking more.
Um.
We put a ring on it.
If
Yeah.
I should've put a ring on it.
Yeah, I'll throw up my necklace. Taking
Ooh.
a little bit too long for my liking, I just tossed my necklace on the table, on the counter.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not the image I wanted. I'm sorry.
Holy shit.
That's not the one I wanted. My bad. Something more along the lines of this,
Right.
where
Right.
there's actual like, oh come on, load. There's actual like metal going around, but there are a couple of gemstones that embellish it. Very finely made, very very beautiful piece. It's worth more than, it's worth 250 gold pieces. So this is worth more than like what even a merchant would make in a significant period of time. As far as just like pure profit. She happily takes the necklace and asks, "Oh, would any of you?" Well, she's not Daphne. Fuck off. Would any of the rest of you like rings made? And would you like yours to be a phoenix as well, or do you have some other creature or emblem in mind?
No, the fiber suits me fine.
Any of you, if you would like to do yours as well.
Tracking back, Satari has no idea what the hell you're giving me this necklace for, so I'm just like, I don't really swing that way, but like I know like tieflings are like very sexualized, but like this is weird. What is this?
She well, I didn't mean to sexualize you, if that's what you're implying. Your sexual habits are none of my business, sir. And she gives you like a sly wink, and she
So
takes.
they are her business?
Right.
No.
Right.
She takes Taliban's necklace. She takes Goldbrand's necklace and tells you that she will have the spare gold and the rings delivered within. It'll take her 5 days to craft them, and then probably 7 or so days to get them there. 7 to 10 days. So you're looking at a week and a half, 10-day week.
with a naked neck.
The naked neck. Or, I mean, this isn't done, so if you would rather hold on to it and try to... You don't know of a jeweler in town. You don't know if necessarily Miros can do this level of fine work, but...
You could also just wear the necklace. You could have it the necklace modified to be a phoenix if you really just want the necklace.
You are very concerned about these necklaces, aren't you? It's fascinating, really. Please, go on.
I'm so confused at the moment,
So,
honestly.
okay. So Talia and Goldbrand drop off a necklace. The rest of you not seeing anything that catches your eye. Is there anything else you'd like to do before returning to the inn?
Boy needs to go get paid for the
Needs to go-
wearboard.
You
did
got
get
paid.
for the
Yeah.
wearboard.
Oh, he wasn't here last session.
Mm.
Okay, so when you guys first arrived, you were hauling the corpse of this up, which put the guards on like full sus, total, alert.
Nice.
As Ji Liang, a priestess of Shanti, came up to you and spoke with you, she recognized the figure, and you handed over the bronze earring and the paper, the letter that was in its pocket that identified him. And she paid you 150 gold for your for hunting
Nice.
that out. I think is already in the party bank. It is technically
Okay.
Zatari's if Zatari would like to use it for anything.
Cool.
But
Just make sure.
yeah.
After that, we're good.
Anywhere else you boys want to hit up? Oh, God. Why did you put that in chat, Talipin? You're a monster. Okay, sorry. All right. Anything else, my dudes? Or, all right, you guys head back to the Nightfurrow's Inn. At this point, it is the sun is starting to set. It's late afternoon. Torches are being lit. Early evening. You see the inn seems to be quite busy. People coming for supper. People drinking, relaxing after a long day's work. You see all the familiar faces that you saw earlier are still within the bar. Orin is up on stage performing something. As he sees you walk in, he hurls up a pint to Davos, and the general hustle and bustle of the Goldenfields continues on around you. Anyone you'd like to speak to or retire for the evening, or?
Is Safine still in the bar?
Safine is still in the bar. You see she's talking to a younger dwarven woman who has sort of a very, very dull reddish brown hair. Seems rather squat. Not very pretty. Nose is a little bulbous. And but she's sort of holding something like close within her palms and sort of whispering about it. But you could choose to try to interject yourself into their conversation.
I'm instead going to use Psychic Whispers.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just taking the thing off in D&D Beyond, and my character sheet is hella long now.
Taking the thing off.
There's like you can take boxes for uses, like it's got a once per long rest.
Oh, yes.
You can do basically.
Mhm.
Okay, there we go. Did it roll? Okay. 4 hours I established psionic link with Safine and Goldbrand.
Safine and Goldbrand. Okay. Are you saying
Yeah,
anything in particular to her, or?
Yeah, I'm going to ask her. Look, I'm already indebted for your help before.
She like
but I'd ask.
pops up and like swivels her head and like focuses in on you. And you
I
hear
have one more thing. I have one more thing to ask of you.
She goes, "First off, child, you never do that to Mama Safine. I don't like to be fucked with. I fight too many things that work with the mind to be tricksing on little messages such as this. What do you need, child?"
Can you enchant, or do you know anyone that can? Weapons, armor.
I took up a few lessons here and there, but I'm not finding my accent. Well, Mama Safine took up a few lessons here and there, but nothing I ever took to. I find that the most valuable objects are not the ones you make, but the ones that are made by other entities, creatures with magic within them that they use to make something flourish.
Well, leveling with you here, I'm looking for one of those entities, or any of those entities, perhaps.
Now, most people who can do spell scrolls have some type of enchantment ability. I do not know of anybody in this town who could take care of that for you, child, but I'm sure you'll find somebody along the way. If you want, Talaband or Goldbrand, roll either a history or a perception check.
You know I got that mega big
I was about to say,
perception.
your perception stacked.
Do it.
It's actually
26.
fucking insane now.
That is insane.
Yeah, it
Plus
is.
9.
Plus
Oh
9.
my god. So you know that not Cephine, fuck. The other tiefling, Daphne. Daphne had said that she does spell scrolls and that she has had a workshop that she needs repaired, that she may be able to make you guys some things. And from what Cephine is telling you, you gather that with the right materials and the right assistance, that Cephine may be able to enchant some things for you.
Excellent. That is all. Also, how's your dwarf friend? She seems worried.
She almost does like a little side glance over to the woman, and she actually like stops thinking like telepathically and whispers something to the woman who looks sort of embarrassed and scampers off, and she looks back at you and telepathically no friend of mine per se, but had something she thought was quite nice that she wanted me to look at purchasing, but not something I wish to deal with.
There are items that you do not wish to deal in.
Oh, there are a few artifacts for one reason or another. This one here was nothing too extravagant, just a matter of quality. What she had was a little dull for my taste. I prefer the more bourgeois items, the more mysterious, the more unique.
Goldbrand scoffs mentally.
Yeah, Probably
Echoes.
giving himself the self look up and down. You know what I mean? Like looking at how shabby he looks. Like, well, perhaps you'll send her my way and we can see what she's got.
Goldbrand tries to like usher everyone like to a table, I guess. He just.
You're just standing in the doorway staring at
everybody
Cephine.
else, he's like.
The rest of the party has pulled you to a table.
That's
After you guys sort of started doing this, Davos went over to the bar, stopped to talk to Orin for a second, and is grabbing some drinks. The dwarven woman didn't seem to linger. After talking to Cephine and being, sort of embarrassed, she scampered off into the city. You gather Cephine told her that she was Cephine expressed that she had some company, which kind of freaked the woman out, that Cephine just kind of started staring off into the distance and dismissed her. So not present at the moment, unfortunately. Davos returns with a couple of drinks, passes them around. Orin begins a tune. If you guys would like dinner, Sarah will bring over a few plates.
Please.
6.
Yes.
Deduct. What is it? 24 gold pieces or 24 silver pieces? I will find that price point real quick and just.
We'll put
Meals
down
are
3
5
gold.
silver, so 5 silver, so 30 silver or 3 gold.
3 gold. We'll put down 4 gold and call it a day.
That's extra with the tip. Sarah thanks you happily. Oh, there we go. That was left for last. Fuck. And scampers off back to the bar. You guys have a wonderful meal, similar to the one you had earlier. Fine meats and fruits, special aged cheeses that most of you who grew up in a more wild environment. While cheese isn't entirely foreign, these things that are aged and refined and seasoned and smoked are quite nice and very, very pleasing to the palate. The evening grows a little longer. It is now past dusk, perhaps going on 8ish. And Orin comes up and sort of throws his arm around Davos, who's seated, and Davos, I was wondering if you could help me with a tune or two. I need to work out a couple of new songs. Get some new material. I can't keep recycling the Fae Fighter stuff forever, you know. He sort of ribs him a bit, and Davos gives a chuckle and finishes his ale and sets it down and lets you all know that he's gonna do a bit of travel with Orin and that he'll take first watch. And we'll say for shits and gigs. Do any of you want to join him for first watch? Actually,
We can go in twos and still all get
yeah,
long rest, right?
two. Yeah.
Yeah, I will if nobody else does.
Okay. So Bergin and Davos. Bergin, roll a perception check for me.
Taliban's and eyes can take seconds watch.
Okay.
Asking Taliban.
Nope, I'm not.
So you guys are let out, and you see a couple of guards and mention that the abbot had sort of not conscripted you, but encouraged you to take up watch if you felt so inclined. And they nod and say that if you will keep a watch over the central square, that they will do a perimeter check around the wall. So the two of you wander town for a couple of hours and don't see anything particularly of note. You do spot a few of the familiar faces that you've seen. Miros and his apprentice just working nonstop. You see a cart has been drawn in front of his house with a thicker horse, and he's beginning to load things onto that. You see Maxine has retired from her actual place down in the bar and seems to be up on the balcony of one of the rooms above the inn, reading on the balcony by a few floating lights. And passes uneventfully. Goldbrand and Taliban, if you would like to roll yours.
Get it, Taliban.
Get it.
Double?
Double as an advantage, or?
Because I just did that.
Oh.
Can he have advantage instead of me rolling?
For this, you're rolling individually because you're sort of patrolling different parts of town.
Okay, though.
Like, you're not necessarily walking around together so much as you are just in the
Right.
same vicinity.
It's fine.
I love that you got a nat 1 and it's still higher than Devin's.
Rip.
That's pretty funny.
I'm too aware.
Like all the so on edge. You're like basically conspiracy theorist levels of paranoid. You guys go through the evening, and Tally, you think you see that dwarf woman. You see her like turn down an alley.
Oi!
Then oi.
You say it to
Do you see something?
just out loud, or
Yeah. Towards the dwarf lady.
Do we need to go after hers?
No, I don't think
Dwarf-
so. I wanted to see what she had.
Dwarf ladies.
you were part of the mental conversation earlier, Goldbrand. I would say you would. There's a dwarf woman that Safine was talking to in the bar.
Hey!
Okay,
Okay,
that was
I
new.
see. Took me a second.
Just
I see.
It's like a
Okay,
a sneeze mixed with an epiphany.
Do you believe that she is important?
Well, not very much.
That's the slogan of the entire campaign right there.
Goran shrugs and returns to his watch duty. Still see no reasons to argue.
With that, as you guys end your watch, you see that Orin and Davos have continued their drinking and seem to be reminiscing. They're talking about their old time at Oral Bar. They're talking about some familiar faces that they miss. You gather from their brief discussion that you hear as they pass around that Davos, when his father died, he began his training, and Orin, or when he began his training, he disbanded the Fae Fighters, and at that point, Orin began to travel around to multiple cities, and eventually had just recently, in the past couple of weeks, found his way to Goldenfield, where he had sort of taken up a temporary residence. The two wander off, drunkenly singing and humming and rhyming off of each other. And with that, Zatari and Valkyra, I guess, roll a perception check. Ooh. Valkyra is drinking. Okay. So, you two are standing in the square. It is early morning at this point, probably close to 4 or 5 a.m. The sky is black, partially clouded. You've been wandering the rows between the longhouses, and while you've seen a figure or two, it's been relatively uneventful. You're just approaching back toward the inn when you hear a voice cry out, "We're under attack!" And the two of you just begin sprinting down. You see Orin and Davos, both pretty sloshed. And
Yeah,
they
this is like 3 hours in the morning, isn't it?
it's very early. Yeah,
Third watch.
they were pretty much doing an all-nighter. All of you who are within your rooms at the inn, this is so close that you guys wake up and begin scrambling out. Safine rushes out from the inn as well, wearing her night robes. Nixine pops up from her balcony once again. Liverless uproots himself, and with his gnarled roots pulls himself into the square. Miros bursts through a doorway, and the blacksmith along the square with a battle axe in hand. Orin steels himself as he draws a dagger, and Z comes running down the pathway with the bow staff within her grip. Now that the clouds part just briefly and the moonlight peers in, and you see two hulking figures that seem similar in size to the ogres that you encountered in the Dripping Caves, several humanoids with shagged fur that sort of seems to cover their body, and then several smaller figures that are darting and almost chuckling gleefully. They're speaking in gnashing, harsh tones. And it sounds very similar to the speech that you heard the goblins. And as the moonlight reveals their location, they sort of break their way into the central part of the square, and you see 2 ogres, 8 bugbears, and 9 goblins have emerged from the surrounding Wheatfields and converged into the central space. And with that, my dudes,
They got inside. Oh shit.
yeah. And with that, my
Before this
dudes,
combat starts, I'm gonna turn to Goldbrand and say, these city dwellers, they pretend to respect nature, and now they will learn to fear it.
straight facts.
You're not wrong, but we have to
At
least
the
keep
mention of the word
cities-
nature, also, I'm gonna point to myself and manifest Skyrim.
Get it. All right, my dudes.
Yeah.
I need everyone to roll initiative for me. I'll roll for Davos, and if I could have actually 2 volunteers to run Davos and Valkyr, because I have to roll their NPCs. So if y'all can do the actual character, that'll make it much easier on me.
I can do
I've
it.
run Valkyr before, so I can do it again.
Okay. He
I'll get
recently got a when he leveled up to level 5, he
A
got
level that he didn't do.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But listen, I did give him just I did the same thing where I picked a basic thing for him. He does get the Eldritch feature that lets him attack twice in a round now. Even though Warlocks can't do that normally, he has Thirsting Blade, so he can attack twice a round. So just be aware of that.
Okay.
Let's see what we got, boys. Whopping 6 on Big Bergin. 11
Big
on
Bergin. I love
16
it.
on Zatari. If you can roll initiative for them too as well. For those 2 as well, please and thank you.
Oh, do we need to roll initiative for our other people's?
No, and thank you for bringing that up. Each of you were assigned an NPC. Basically, to keep initiative from getting just too chaotic, they're just going to move when you guys make your move. So you could choose to say, like, if Miros is your NPC, you can say, Miros attacks this and I attack that. Or you can say, I attack this and Miros attacks after, or Miros moves over here, and you can describe what they could do. We're not really worrying so much about them for reactions other than opportunity attacks or bonus actions. Most of them just have an action, or several actions that they can choose from. So they'll just go when you go. That's for Valkyr. I didn't see one for Taliband. Oh, 5, there it is. All right, and with that, let's get down to business. To defeat
Let's
the
say if I have
fucking
enough
Huns.
time, which it looks like I do, I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Do you guys want to go ahead and take a brief 5?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
right.
that works.
Okay. We'll take 5 and pick up with their first combat after that. I would do terrible things to this goblin. Okay. Do we have Bergin and Talibond?
Yes.
Right, so Tally's being a motherfucker. That's okay. Why did all of them roll so well? Oh no, they didn't. You guys just rolled really bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
How it be sometimes.
It do be that way sometimes. You're right. Thankfully, you guys have a bit of an advantage because they're starting a distance away. Just so all of you guys are aware, this is a full. There's 3 streets at this intersection of the battle map, and there are enemies coming from each side. On 2 sides to the north, there are the ogres as well as a few goblins, and then to the south, there's a few goblins with a small battalion of bugbears. You see that most of these creatures have sacks, bags. Some of them are carrying like chickens by the feet. Some of them are, they seem to just be raiding food from wherever they can find within the city. You see fruit spilling over. You see some of them like stuffing like whole branches of like trees that they've just snapped off of the orchards and are carrying with them for ease of transport. Why don't somebody get some of that their battle music on? We'll dive into this nonsense.
Do you has is the map?
Oh, are you guys not on? I'm sorry. Lol.
I was wondering.
I thought I did that before we left. My bad. There we go. I am on 60% view, just so I can see kind of everything, but you guys do what you need to see. And we will get down to business. All right. Somebody can find that battle music for me.
I am working.
Thank you, sir. Bugbear A. He's gonna come up. He's closest to Bergin, so he's gonna go swing with that. He's gonna go with. Does he get the surprise attack? He does not get the surprise attack. He's gonna swing a Morningstar at you, dude. And he had an 18.
Oh, ironic.
Yeah, right.
Oh shit. Yeah, that
Yeah, I think
hits.
that hits. Yeah. He is gonna deal 8 damage to you, man.
Alright.
As another one of those bugbears rushes up to Taliband and is going to do the exact same thing. Swing with the Morningstar. He rolled a 10. Or, no, excuse me, an 11, which I imagine does not hit.
Does not hit.
Yeah. That brings us to Ogre A, which is this one up here on the upper right, who is not fast enough to get all the way up there. Let me double check your speed. 40 feet, he might be. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, yeah. He pops right up here in the middle of the action. And he's going to go for a swing at Goldbrand with a great club. 16.
16 hits.
16 hits. And he is going to do 11 damage. So you see, as these 2 bugbears come rushing up from the south and attack you guys, this lumbering ogre comes and just swings this huge club down at Goldbrand. Goblin A, which is one of the ones up in the north. He's going to use his full movement speed to run down as far as he can, and he's going to try to take a shot at, I guess, Naxine's the only one he has a clear shot on. So he's going to take out a short bow. Oh, he rolled a nat 1. He goes to try to hit Naxine and ends up hitting the ogre just downwind of her. Pings him for 5 damage. Done more damage than anyone else in your team so far. Good job, Goblin A. Good job, Goblin. Alright, that's going to bring it to Goblin D, which is one from northeast. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to come up to right about here. And he is going to also fire off his bow. Ooh, he got a 23 to try to hit Valkyr. And he is going to do... I'm sorry, that's a 6. Oh god, he's going to do 8 damage. So he's going to peg Valkyr for that. Who's running Valkyr? Is that Tally?
It's me.
What's his hit point total? And I'll try to keep up with hit points for you.
He's at 40.
40? Okay, so he now is at 36. Excuse me. He took 8 damage. He's at 32. Okay. All right, Goblin E, which is another one from the northeast. Come up right about here, and he's gonna fire off on Davos. That does not hit. That's a natural 5, so it's probably gonna get to a 9. That brings us to Zatari. You're sort of still half awake from this sort of being woken up to this jarring fashion. I've seen this ogre rushing up on you, easily 10, 12 feet tall, wielding this huge great club that seems just to be a tree that it's ripped up, and has just smacked Goldbrand upside the torso with.
Okay. I'm going to use pepper spray and
Nice.
shoot this bitch 3 times.
Get him. Yeah.
Wow. He's on low.
And the way, if you will put pepper spray into the chat, I think if you roll under a 6 on any of
If
these.
I roll, if the attack roll results in a 6 or lower, the shot jams and the weapon misfires. Other shots proceed normally.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and roll your 3. I think there's a button for it, but you have to click it 3 times. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what, nat 20? Damn, boy. All right. Go ahead and click each of those pepper spray names once for me. All 3 of those. All 3 of those hit the. You're aiming for the ogre, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, all 3 hit.
Oh, you want to roll 3 separate times for each, or just?
Well, click the name of each one once, because the nat 20 will do the math for you in the thing, and then hit. Yeah,
Oh,
there
I
we
see.
go. So there's 17 plus 8 is 25. Go ahead and do your third one. 25, 32. 32 damage. That's a sizable chunk of this motherfucker. You knock him down. You watch as Atari pulls out his pepper box, and you see him like flip a small switch on the back end of it. And when he pulls, it's not 1 thunderous boom, but 3 that fire off simultaneously. And you watch as 3 holes pop up within the ogre's chest. 1 up toward the shoulder, 1 a little lower toward its gut, and 1 in the middle of the ribs. He's close, so the spread was not very broad, but you just see Goldberg. You are almost immediately like like with the first it happens, the holes appear, and then his next heartbeat just like you see blood just kind of like splatter onto you. And a
Goldbrand
gruesome
flexes
fashion.
whatever arms he's not holding his sword. He goes, "Fucks yas." That thing is seriously fucking cool.
Davos, or I'm sorry, you do have next scene who goes with you, my dude. My apologies.
Also, extra attack that works at every attack that I use, or just that's
Basically,
all it says is
it gives you another action to. Wait, yeah.
you
When
can
you
attack
use an
twice
attack
whenever
action,
take
you can
the
use
attack
another
roll.
attack. The
Yeah.
pepper spray is an attack action, and you still that does take 3 bullets out of your
Right.
current stock, but you do still have 3 bullets, so you can make your second attack.
I will do that then.
Fire away, fire away. Oh, an 11 just meets this big fucker. Assuming you're still hitting the big fucker.
Yes.
Get him. 10.
Should be 10. Yeah.
Damn. 42 damage in a single turn. This dude has gone from full health to nearly critical in not even a full round. You see as he looks down at the, like I said, when his heart beats, the blood starts pouring out. He looks down kind of like 1 part fury, 1 part fear and confusion. And as he looks up, you get him again in the other shoulder. Not quite handicapping him, but giving him a very hefty blow. Naxine also gets to go in your turn.
Yeah, witnessing this, Tally shouts, "Fuck making it back to Nightstone, we lord him now."
The man with the boomsticks do seem like a good friend to have, just saying.
True. Big true. Okay, she is going to cast Magic Missile at your boy.
Okay. That automatically hits. I think at her level.
It is a level 1. First level spell.
Gotcha. Roll 3d4 for me.
I was gonna switch up.
Or I can do it for you if you would.
No.
There we go. So that's 13 damage. Yeah.
Nice.
You watch as Zatari and Zafine, almost in unison, he fires off the 3 shots, and as he does, you see 3 glowing darts appear around next scene that all, after the shots make contact, all fly into him and just pepper him in the chest. And Zatari, as he cocks his gun one more time and fires for the 4th shot, the ogre collapses in a bloodied heap. You hear the goblins visibly audibly very, very anxious about these new people they've encountered. Davos, which I think is Goldbrand tonight.
Davos is Goldbrand tonight, correct. Let me go over here, take a look. So, how far away is that sucker right there in front of Goldbrand, or sorry, in front of Davos?
These are 5-foot squares, so he's within 20-ish feet, give or take.
20-ish feet, huh? So he could run up there. It may not be the best choice. Hi, I'm looking for... He ain't got no ranged? Alright, well, he's
Not
gonna
much,
do the thing.
no.
He's going to insult it. He's going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Sticks and
13
stones
wisdom
break
save.
my bones.
Yeah, that's what he's...
13 wisdom.
5 psychic damage to uncoupling
Boom.
Goblin there.
You wish. The goblin, believe it or not, has passed that wisdom save. I'm almost a little surprised.
Sad face.
No, yeah. They're pretty dumb, so that's impressive.
Those goblins not anymore, not shook.
Not shook. Davos's companion is Orin, and Orin is going to take his short bow, and he's going to try to hit that same advancing goblin. And he gets a 12, which does not hit. So Orin and Davos, their late night drinking is obviously showing as they're sort of trying to take aim, and they're not doing great. Like Davos's Vicious Mockery goes like, "Well, you're green," and he stumbles a little bit. That's about as good as it gets. Valkyr, Sir Taliban.
Those musics, man.
Yes. Good old Val. Where's he at? Sorry, placing him on the battlefield. There we are.
You're already on the battlefield. You're on the south side.
No, I see. No.
Oh, Valkyr. I'm sorry.
right now.
Duh.
Yeah. Here is going to. I'm sorry. I'm checking the range on this.
You're fine, my dude.
60.
The fuck is this guy up here? What the hell is
That's
this?
liver loss.
You didn't meet any of the NPCs. That's right. Yeah, you're. It's not just the 6 of you right now. You were fighting with an awakened tree, Liferlash. Oh, Liferlash, quite a weird feller. You're fighting with Naxine, the draconologist, who is very experienced and wise. You were fighting with Safine on the southeast, who is this Cajun-style voodoo sorceress woman.
That's who we were speaking to earlier.
Yeah. Jilang,
Talons.
which is a priestess of Shanti / warrior monk. Orin, who is a friend of Davos from his hometown. He was in the band, the Battle Bards, Fae Fighters. And then on the north center is Miro Zelbrin, known as the Yeti, covered in thick, shaggy hair. He's human, but he looks almost abnormal. Almost subhuman,
Ooh,
even.
wow. That's a big one.
That's a big what? All right.
Is that the ogre?
So, yeah. I'm casting this upon the ogre that is in the distance. Is that gonna make my 60 feet? Because he's kind of occupying I'm assuming that's like a 40-foot radius right there.
25.
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah,
you take up 4 squares.
Yeah, you could hit him from if you have a 60-foot or he's
Yeah,
really
yeah. That would be Ray of Enfeeblement upon that ogre.
Ooh,
That was pretty dope. That was pretty clutch.
is that a save? It is 15 Constitution. Their Constitution ain't nothing to scoff at. What he scoffs. No.
It's at the end of the turn they can make a con save. At the end of the target's turn, if I hit with it, it's on him already.
Will you drop that in the chat for me? I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember he passes his save, but if he does take damage as a part of it, be with
Right, but
black
he
energy.
will. That's on his turn. He has to make that save on his turn.
I see. So like half damage with weapons. I see. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark him as enfeebled. And yes, he is a big boy. He is a large creature, so he's a 2x2. Valkyr's partner is Miros, who, seeing the chaos break out, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, he's going to rush up to the first goblin over here. He'll take
Hold on, for Valkyr's turn, that was only his action. As a bonus
Oh,
action,
go
I'm also gonna hex the same ogre.
Gotcha. So he is enfeebled, and he is hexed.
Okay, I don't know why it cast it as 3rd level. Does that work is that how that goes?
So the way warlocks work, they only have
Warlocks
2
work.
spell slots.
Yeah.
Whenever they cast a spell, it's at the highest level that they can cast, which for his level
Okay.
I think is level 3.
Okay.
But so this was Ray of Enfeeblement and Hex. Hex shouldn't be.
I can drop it in VTT as well.
It's not a spell though, is it? He gets it as a.
Bonus action.
Yeah, it's a bonus action for him. I don't know how this. That's what I'm confused on. I don't know how it works.
So here's part of where it gets tricky because I don't think he took the Pact of the Blade, but I don't think he took the Hex Blade. No, he did. I'm sorry. Okay, so he gets 1 free Hex. No, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. There's a difference between the spell Hex.
There's I'm using the what I just looked literally at his bonus action tab, and hex
Yeah.
was included as a bonus action. So that's the way that I'm using it. If that helps.
So there's Hex and there's the Hexblade's Curse, which is a little confusing. Hex is an actual spell. Yeah.
In which case I could not use it as a bonus action.
You could not, because you just used a spell as your main action. You could, however, use your Hexblade's Curse because it is a bonus action, and it's
Okay,
a
then I
class
will-
feature.
Then I will do as much. I can't mark the short rest thing on his page, but is there something I need to press?
You should just hit the square next to it, but I've just marked it for you, so it should pop up on there. All right, so he has him marked. So he gets Valkyr specifically gets bonus damage or bonus to damage rolls, and they crit on 19 or 20s. Plus, when that target dies, he gets some health back. All right. So that was Valkyr's action and bonus action. So back to Miros, who did not roll great. You know, he comes up with his great axe, and he tries to swing at this goblin, but the goblin is cleverly sort of hidden in the bushes and is dipping out of his swing. That's going to bring us to Bugbear B, which is this one down here, who is going to rush up 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to come... He's actually going to creep around the edge of the building and try to hit Bergin from that end. He did not roll well, though, so he misses. And Bugbear D, the last of our friends down there, is going to run up 5, 10, 15, 20. He's actually going to run not quite past you, but just far enough behind where he can reach Safine. He's going to roll against her. Ooh. What is Safine's armor class?
12.
She has mage armor on.
15.
15. He rolled 14 plus. He passes. So he do hit bad. Let me pop that real quick. And he gets to add. Ooh, okay. So she takes 6 piercing damage as he swings at her with his Morning Star.
Copy that.
Ogre B, so has disadvantage on attacks because of the Ray of Enfeeblement. Deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength, and his weapons do. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to come up 30. Miros does get an attack of opportunity as he sort of barrels past him. He does not hit. Oh no, he only has an 11. He does hit. So he's going to deal 7 damage to that motherfucker. And the ogre is going to make a swing at Valkyr. Oh! That was going to be a 13, and then it rolled to a nat 1. He goes and tries to swing down at Valkyr, but as he swings back, he actually pops the goblin behind him and deals...
No. Valkyr very loudly shouts, "Oh, feeling feeble."
Oh, and that's a good point. Ironically, if you didn't cast the Ray of Enfeeblement, Valkyr, it would have killed that goblin, but instead just like pops him on the side. He did pass
Half
his
kills.
save. Yeah, he did pass his save to stop the enfeeblement. He is still marked as Valkyr has cursed him. Goblin B, which is one of the ones up here in the corner on the northwestern portion of the map, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He's going to come right about 35. Excuse me. No, he can't move 40 feet. I'm thinking of the big boy. He's going to stop there, and he's going to fire off one at Zatari, who he just saw take down a full-blooded ogre with little help. He didn't roll well. That's only a 10, so that misses. Goblin F, which is this one up here on the right. Oh, come on. He's going to pop up here, and he's going to try to fire off at Orin. Oh, and he hits. He is going to fire off that short bow. Rolls poorly, though. So that is 3 damage to Orin. There's 26 or 23. Okay. Goblin G, which is the first from the southern group. He's going to come up. Oh, I'm sorry. No, yes, that's right. Okay. Alright, so he's going to come up. He's going to fire at G, who is lingering in the background. He also rolled the nat 1. God, that's their third nat 1. Fuck. He accidentally strikes the bugbear in front of Bergin. And it's going to deal... And that one rolled much better. He's going to deal 7 damage. Pop that boy down a good bit. And bring it to Bergin. What you got, my dude?
Let's see here. I'm going to... I'm just going to take a swing at this guy with my mace.
Get him. Nope. 22. That do hit. And that do pop him well. You see it. You watch as this bugbear in front of you, who's come up snarling, flailing with his morning star, lurches forward as a short bow arrow hits his shoulder, and as he turns to look behind him, you just pop him in the jaw. And as he looks back, you see like part of the fur like torn away, and like the flesh beneath his jawbone and part of his neck just exposed as it starts to slowly bleed. Very pretty. Anything else?
As my bonus action. So how does like readying like say I want to keep like what's it called, Shield of Faith, like ready to like pop on someone?
So
I have to like choose the target beforehand.
Well, I misunderstood this last time. You can actually just cast it, and you do have to pick the target, but they just get that they get that benefit until the end of the spell's effect.
Then it's concentration.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me see. I should probably put it in.
Wow, that's potentially a whole fight. Yikes.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, up to 10 minutes. So the way concentration works, this stays up until either you dismiss it, something hits you hard enough to make you drop it, or you cast another concentration spell. So,
gotcha.
But no, this would give someone a +2 bonus to their AC for up to 10 minutes, which would be the rest of the fight and perhaps beyond.
All right. Well,
who are you giving that little boosty boost to?
No one yet, actually.
No one yet. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually cast. Well, hang on. Is that a bonus action? It is a bonus action.
Spiritual weapon.
Yeah, spiritual weapon.
It is. Oh boy.
No, yeah, that's the fucking cleric beatdown right there. Yeah.
At this level.
All right. So,
And
what color's your magic?
let's go with green.
Green. All right. We're gonna go with something like that. That one. Okay. So, and what weapon do you want to appear?
It'll look just like mine. Be boring.
All right. So, you guys see as Bergin takes a swing with his mace and whispers a prayer to Helm. And or where do you want to put it? I should also ask. Because you get to this weapon, you can put anywhere within like 60 feet, I think. So,
60 feet. Let's
yeah,
see.
so you can drop it anywhere you want, and you can move it too.
Yeah, that looks good actually.
Okay. So you watch as Bergin swings with his own mace, and as he does, he's sort of chanting a prayer under his breath. And as he pops this bugbear, a spectral mace, a little larger than his own, and finely crafted, very ornate, in an ethereal green glow, sort of reverse dissolves in, and is gonna pop. I assume the same bugbear that you're fighting. Because you.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Yeah.
figure out. I think I am. Yeah.
Okay. Go
Since there's
ahead.
2 on me.
Go ahead and roll for that. Yeah, 26. Yeah, it do hit. It do hit hard. This one, like, you pop him and like tear off some fur, and this one like catches him completely by surprise, and as it hits like the back of his head, shoulder area, you hear a crunch. He just begins howling in pain and is in critical condition, like thrashing about violently, not even looking where he's swinging, just like full feral. For your turn, Ji also gets to go. I think she has multi-attack, so she can make 2 pops on whichever creature she can reach. You get to move her and
Yes, she
stuff too.
does. Let's see. I can't seem to move her. I will throw her like right here though.
Sure. She runs up to be by your side between you and Talaband, and she can either attack either of the bugbears twice or both of them once.
Oh.
Yeah,
shit.
because multi-attack's fun.
Yeah, both once.
Okay.
And I assume I have to roll here in the VTT.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, let's see.
Should tell you what you get to add to it.
D20? Is that what I'm rolling?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Roll 2 d20s, and then we'll see if they hit, and then we'll proceed. A 4 does not. The 14, I think, does. Let me double check. It does not, actually. These boys, these bugbears are wearing hide armor and have rough leather shields. Ji comes in, and while drawing their attention away for a second, and where they were sort of surrounding Talaband and Bergin before, with your spiritual weapon and her popping up, you feel a little more evened up. But she does not make purchase on either hit. Gulbrand. You're on mute, you bitch-ass motherfucker.
Alright, so Goldenjewels sees the goblins in front of him. He also sees the massive bugbears behind him, which freaks him out a little bit. And
Well, the orcs are massive. The bugbears are just medium.
The ogres are massive. No, yeah, bugbears though.
Oh, yeah.
More scurrying goblins. He'll look at Zatari and he'll be like, "Well, you can obviously take care of your fucking selves." He says, "Fallbacks to me's when they approaches, if they even gets there, and I have to do my action first, right?"
You could do action or bonus action first. I'm not too picky on that. You can also choose to have Liquor Last go first if you would like.
Well, but I'll do that because I know exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah. Get him.
I can't move him, but he'll use his whole movement speed. He'll go, "Oh, this is so exciting!" Oh, I can't do it. Sad face.
Here we go, boys! Oh, by the way, when you saw him come out, you saw the Trents come out as well from the grove. You saw their treetops shift and move, but they seem to go off in the other direction. And you're not sure as to why yet.
But he will stroll right up there and hit both of them because he has a 10-foot. 10-foot, what's it, Jigger? A 10-foot Kajigger.
Wow,
And,
that's a
he
huge
gets to multi-attack. Gets to add. He has a reach of 10 feet. He gets to multi-attack. They're both slam attacks.
Yeah.
And he'll make his 2 slam attacks.
You
If I can figure out how to do that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll, my dude. Just roll a...
D20.
Yeah, I was about to say,
So
there's nothing
there's-
on the sheet, too.
Did that roll to you? Did y'all get that?
No, sir.
You didn't get that.
No, what are you trying to roll from?
You should have got that one in what's it called? In the Beyond.
I'm not seeing anything. Then again,
Slash-
I'm in.
Is it /R and roll 20? That's a 16 to hit on the first one.
I see now. Okay, no, it wasn't a tab that I had closed, but that's sort of covers my other thing. A 16 and a 12, is that what you said?
Well,
Or 16.
and 18.
18. Yeah. So you guys watch as Liverlass, again, he is not a Trent. He is a tree. Literal tree with a face that can crawl around with his roots. And he...
It's fucking disgusting.
He goes, here we fucking go! And he just slams his whole trunk down. Like, swings to the side.
Because those do 14 damage apiece.
It wipes both of those goblins. The third goblin in the background looks on in horror, like, just has watched you guys make an ogre's chest explode, and then a tree just fucking go to town on its comrades.
Golbrand looks at Zatari and goes, that is one metal fucking threes.
100% oak here, son.
Yikes.
Golbrand, for your move, my dude.
Is it going to cost any action economy to Lord Zatari?
To lure?
Is that to Lord Zatari?
Oh.
Is that a free action?
It'll wait after the battle.
Alright, Golbrand will firstly rage. He'll take a line of bloodweed. His blood vessels will start standing out. He'll look like fucking Goku for the duration of the combat. He screams. He takes a rock out of his pouch for a bonus action. He'll cast Magic Stone. Oh no, I don't need to do that. He can get 5, 10, 15, 20 to that bugbear there.
Yeah, get him.
It's gonna fuck him up.
Get him.
Boom.
That's 8 total because I should have 2, plus 2 for rage.
Yes, sir.
I think it's still plus 2 for rage. I'll double check that.
Yeah, you come up on this bugbear who's, again, thought they had Bergin sort of surrounded, and then G and Goldbrand pop up and outnumber them. And you catch him completely off guard, and your sword swings into his shield arm, and goes just above the shield, and as it strikes the forearm, you hear a crunch.
It's an action to rage.
It is an action to rage. Okay, so
I'm
are you...
very sorry.
No, you're fine. Are you attacking or are you raging?
I'm just fucking stupid.
Well, I knew that, but
It is a bonus action. I guess Wild Shape's an action. I'm sorry.
Wild Shape is
Let's
an
go
action, unless you have certain circle.
Sorry, I got fucked up.
No, you're fine. Kali was distracting you. Alright, you're good, my dude. If that's the end of your go, we're gonna move on to Talabundo.
Boom.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Perhaps hearing the echoes of some of Zephyros's wisdom, Tali is going to cast Zephyr Strike on himself.
Get it, yeah.
So that's the damage. Don't ignore that. That hasn't occurred yet.
You still have to hit. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So nothing can take a reaction on me. I'm gonna move 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm gonna move 50 feet away with the additional 30 movement speed that I have.
Get it.
That was a bonus action, so I'm also going to attack. Regular old psychic blades, you know the dance, upon this guy right here.
That do hit.
It's a 21 hit.
Most certainly that do hit.
Man, we're fucking
That's
up
going to
now,
be
boys.
psychic, sneak attack, and now I will roll the Zephyr Strike damage.
Get it. Cheesy pizzies.
Wait, I'm not done yet. Also,
But wait, there's
just
more.
a little icing on top. I have taken thrown weapon fighting as my specification for ranger.
Okay.
So a little 2 on, a little icing on the cake. That's just 2. It's not 18.
Just 2. What do you mean? Like
It-
2 extra
the
damage?
way that
or...
2 extra damage.
I see. Okay.
So
All
every
right.
time, every time
So that's
I attack with a ranged weapon, you get 2 bonus
17 damage. And to this one here in front of Cephine, is that right?
Correct.
You watch as Tally, as these bugbears sort of rush up at you. Tally's clothes begin to toss about wildly as this sort of almost like a dust devil has just enveloped him, and he, I imagine, like anime style, leaps back the 50 feet, and as he
Some backhand
Mid-air.
some fancy gymnastic shit.
yeah midair throws
I
the
love it.
psychic knife that curves its way around Cephine and strikes this bugbear in front of her, catching it in the rib, and it just howls as even though the blade strikes the rib, there is no blood, there is no gush, but the bugbear still howls in pain as it clutches at its head, and snarls furiously at Safine, thinking that she was somehow responsible. He can't even see you. You've disappeared behind her. You have a thing you need to do with your bonus. Or was that your bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike?
Zephyr Strike was my bonus, and
Gotcha.
the attack was my primary action.
So you can move for Safine now.
Okay, Safine will use Tasha's Mind Whip on the very same bugbear. Give me 1 second to remember how to roll this. Intelligent int saving throw versus DC save 14.
Intelligence. This is to the bugbear. He doesn't have a great score. You said 14?
Yep.
He rolled a 9, so yeah, he gets whipped.
Okay, in which case, he cannot use a reaction until, let's see, until the end of its next turn. So Safine is also gonna move. I would just say like next to Tali at this point. Like, good move, Shug. I'm right here with you.
I love it. She gets she does get
bonus
to make 3d6
action now?
Well, she does get to make the 3d6 psychic damage.
Roll 3d6. Yeah.
Taliban gets out. Also, Safine gets out.
So you get no, seriously, you guys watch as Taliban leaps back, throws this knife, and Safine, sort of with the twirl of her arm, swings down, and you don't even see it materialize, but you catch like a glimmer of like this this almost like fractal blue energy in this sort of serpentine form, just hundreds of little triangles that make this up and strike this creature, and it like its head splits. Not from the blow itself, but from, you see his skull has cracked open, like his brain has been engorged and forced its way out of his skull, and he collapses limply onto the floor, or onto the dirt pathway. And where do you want to move her to? Sorry.
She'll just be right next to Tali. Cantrip as bonus action, or have I already cast a spell? I don't know
You can
the economy
cast-
of moves for her.
For them, to keep it simple, we're just pretty much doing actions. Most of them don't have bonus action
Sweet.
features.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. All good.
All right, so Goblin C, scared shitless of this enormous tree that is just like gunning for him, is gonna fire off at him from a safe distance. Miss. How do you miss a fucking tree?
He's in
He's
his pants right now.
he's 1, 2, 3.
Really?
He's actually gonna try to get some cover behind this house here. Goblin H, which is one of our buddies from the south. 5, 10, 15, 20. He is going to position himself over here. He's gonna fire off a bolt at Safine. 7. He does not get to add enough to that. What is I'm sorry, not Safine. G. What is G's armor class? G's armor. I think it's Bergin.
Let's see here. It is 15.
15. He does not hit. He fires off a bolt, and Z, as if sensing it, ducks and turns her attention back toward him. Just as the other goblin to the south starts racing up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna try to fire off a shot at Bergin through the maddening crowd. Oh, he does pretty well. He gets a 21. Fuck. I imagine that hits.
Oh yes, that is.
And he's gonna deal 5 damage to you, my dude.
Alright.
Alright. Bugbear A, which is this first one in front of Bergin, I'm pretty sure. Who is looking pretty hurt. This is the one that you double maced earlier. He's seeing that he is surrounded. He's gonna try to lash out at Bergin with his Morning Star. Oh, that's not bad. 17 to hit?
Yeah.
Oh, and he has the potential to do a good bit with this one. Hang on. That's the one I needed. He's gonna deal 9 damage to you, my dude.
Alright.
Bugbear C, which is this one on the southern part, is gonna advance a little bit and try to hit G. 17 to hit. She got a little better though. She's gonna take 7 damage.
So, alright.
Are you keeping up with that on your end, my dude, or
I can. Yes.
is this the first damage she's taken?
As far as I know.
Okay, I'll go ahead and mark it on her token, and we'll be good, so you don't have to worry about that. Ogre A, you guys have pummeled into the ground. Also, as we are officially through the first round of combat, I will let you guys know that these NPCs do not have plot armor. I have bumped up a couple of their armor classes and given them some more hit points, but if they go down, they do make death saving throws. And but if they die, you lose out permanently on a quest opportunity for that particular character. Each of the 6 of them has a unique side quest. Bringing us to Goblin D, who's going to try to go with a short sword strike against Miros, who raced up on him like a fucking madman. Rolls a 15, which I'm supposed to be doing, Miros. He has a 16 armor class. Let me write that down. So that does not hit. That brings us to Goblin E, who's going to fire off a bolt at Orin, I believe. Get him together. Come here. Which one's E? Yeah, he's going to move 2 squares. Fire a bolt at Orin. 15, which does hit Orin. He's going to do 5 damage to Sir Orin. He's only taken 1 other hit. He's not too bad. Zatara, your move, my dude.
Okay, so after I do all my cool shit and then she, next scene, kind of follows me up, I jokingly look at her and like, I think I love you. And I go into her a kiss, going to kiss her, and then she slaps me. While she slaps me, she casts fly and then pushes me away. So now I'm fucking flying in the air like Mary Poppins.
This is almost perfect too, because she's on the balcony. So like you like climb up on the trellis to go in for a kiss, and she smacks you and you drift off.
So
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go
that's
after this
beautiful.
little fucker. Me and rain hell from above.
Zooms. Are there 2 of you? What the fuck just happened? What?
There was one that's
Oh,
like
I see.
yours, and I could control it.
I got you. Okay.
That's funny.
That's really funny. Peter panning over this bitch, just like, whoop.
Liferloss is over here like, oh my.
Like, oh, that's a neat trick.
18
18
I
do
see.
hits.
destroys. And 8 damage.
One shot it. Just like, you come around, this goblin hasn't even seen you. You swoop around. I like to imagine you even take the scenic route and like swoop around the side of the building, pop it as you're moving, and just like single, 1 shot, 1 kill, just blood splatter on the
Picture
wall.
Goldbrand, like not even looking to how far away it is, hearing the bang and just hollering, "Did you get it?"
And then I will use action surge to reload my weapon.
Get it.
Yeah,
Sweetness.
Hell yeah.
That's a clever way to do that. I didn't think about that.
that's an excellent way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So, that uses both your... You still have a bonus action if you have something for a bonus action. There should be a tab for bonus actions if it makes it easier to, like, navigate.
I have nothing, but
Okay.
I still... So, it's... How does the fly movement work? I've never actually played around with it.
If
It's
I
like
recall, I think Action
60.
Surge... Does it give you another round of movement? Basically, you can move up, down, left, right, that number of feet. So if you want to go 10 feet up, that's 10 feet of your movement speed.
Or... Flying speed of 60 feet. So I was... Okay, I'm good. I'll stay here.
Okay. Davos, aka Goldbrand.
Davos is standing right here feeling like shit, but not now that he's close enough. I think he will take a drunken step forward and try to stab that there bitch with his rapier.
Get it.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be one of his better contributions.
Stab him.
I'm working on it. Is that not popping up?
No, pop it in.
Try that.
Thank you. That's better. Yeah, 22 do hit, and I'm sorry. Which you're hitting the ogre motherfucker?
Yes, he is gonna step up, hit the O.
Okay. So you want to do anything with his bonus action or anything like that? He may
Doesn't
have some
seem he really
spells.
has.
Well, he has smites and stuff that he can use, but he may have some spell slots already marked missing. You need to leave those missing for me, okay?
He will give Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action. Yeah, he'll go ahead and do 60 feet. Y'all don't look like y'all need that many help. He'll inspire
Miros.
Miros there, who's facing down a couple of goblins on his own.
Okay. Help me remember that when it comes around to his turn, but I will mark him. There's nothing really good for inspired, is there? There's a little aura here. Actually, no.
Mark that on Davos's character sheet.
No. I'm just saying if you'll help me remember that he is, because it's not on
No,
Davos.
I can't mark his Bardic Inspiration. I'll help you remember Miros.
Well, you don't mark it on that character. You mark it on the character that you.
No, what I mean is I can't mark the use of it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, no worries there. All right. So after going in and stabbing the ogre, getting him in like the upper thigh, like waist area, he hums off a little ditty that him and Oren were working on earlier, and it's funny. He goes, "Somewhere ogre the rainbow, huh? No, okay." But Miros thinks it's funny.
Somebody wants to.
Oh
Goblin
God.
rage is harder.
Who gets to move on Davos' turn? That's Oren. Oren is gonna try to fire off a blast at this fucker. God, he rolled like shit. He is not a combat-readied bard. Valkyr.
That'd be me.
That would be you.
Well, against this ogre
Get him.
before me,
Yes.
I started blasting.
That's what I like to hear. 16 do hit. I think at level 5 he gets a second one.
I believe so. So he gets the double, but also I'm not keeping track of Hexblade's Curse, so +3 bonus to damage rolls. Okay. Yeah,
And he
cool.
crits on 19.
So 3. So that's 11. And once more.
Once more with feeling. Both of those hit quite nicely. 21 total points of damage. Bumps him down quite a bit. He is officially bloodied. You watch as Valkyr raises up. He actually almost like tennis style. Like he pulls back his mace and like pop, pop, bat swing. And 2 bursts of violet pink energy just sort of strike into the thing. I almost went with the feature that lets him push things back with his Eldritch Blast, but that's pretty sick, so I think we're good. And does a significant chunk of damage. On Valkyr's turn, Miros gets to go, and he's going to take another swing against this dude. He is inspired. He doesn't need it. He got a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and he... they're technically not adjacent, so I won't do that. But he cleaves this goblin through. Like, having missed earlier and been shot once, he is furious and just cleaves right through it, splattering blood onto the goblin just beside it. Goblin B is dead. Oh, excuse me, that's Bugbear D. He's B. That is the one next to Goldbrand and Bergin. He is going to swing at Goldbrand. Ooh, 20. Not a nat 20, but a 20. Does it? Are you sure? That doesn't sound like it would hit. 20? Okay. That's the wrong die. Ooh, 8 damage to Goldbrand.
So 4 damage to Goldbrand because he's
If you are raging, yes sir.
Hell yeah.
Alright. That's gonna bring us to Bugbear D, who is the one beside... Oh no, that's the other one. Oh no, that's the one you killed, I'm sorry. Ogre B, who is less than pleased with this situation, seeing his other Ogre B slain, is gonna go and try to clobber Davos. He does not roll well. Davos has a pretty stout armor class right now, so he is good. He does have multi-attack though, doesn't he? Is that right? He does not. Never mind. That's gonna bring us to Goblin F, which is one of the ones in the south. No, excuse me, that's this other one up here. He's gonna fire on Miros. He misses. Goblin G, which is the one to the south. He is going to fire on... only one he really has a clear shot at is G, so he's going to go for that. He does hit. And 6 damage to G. I'll mark that on her. She is bloodied. And that brings us to Bergin and G.
Let's see here. They're gonna head and do prayer of healing. Just trying to figure out who all on.
As far
Guess
as
let me
your NPC allies, Z is the only one who's taken a lot of damage. Orin is also taken a little bit.
Which one was Orin?
Orin is the
Is that him up
halfling.
here?
No, that's Miros. Orin's the one closer to the middle. As far as your allies, does anybody really hurt? I don't think many of you have been hit much.
No, well, I think has Safine been hit? Safine's been hit, hasn't she?
Goldbrand's had a little
No,
shaved off the top, but he's not awful.
Alright, well, I'll hit, of course,
Z?
G.
Okay.
I'll hit Goldbrand. This dude. And was that it? I think that's probably everybody. Or
The ones who
can I hit
know are
him? I don't know
injured.
if I can actually hit him. He's like, I don't know if that counts for like my line of sight or not.
You can see him. You could probably also get Valkyr, who took a little bit of damage. Go ahead and roll your 2d8. Oh, you actually cast this at 3rd level, didn't you? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So 17. Plus your spellcasting modifier, which I think is 3. So that's 20 points for each of those people.
I think I'm back to full.
Most of them are. Z goes from looking bloodied to looking like you watch as Bergin says this prayer. This is not... Oh, I'm sorry, my dude. Prayer of healing is dope as shit, but it is not a combat spell. It takes 10 minutes to cast. It's like a ritual.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I see.
so
Gotcha.
I really didn't
well,
want to say anything.
that's why it does so much to so many people. So I will reverse that heal.
Yeah.
Just
hold
suck the
on.
life right back out of them.
What's the next best thing here, I guess?
Goldbrand has a little bit of healing too if you need to do a heal and a bonus action with your spiritual weapon, or if that makes things easier for you.
I would
He
say
has
the
access.
the only one in rough shape is G.
Is G.
Yeah, she's less than
That's the
half.
one I'm worried about.
And then Orin is over half. He's not bad, and he's kind of away from the action.
Wow.
You're
Oof.
28 points. God damn, dude. Again, overkill on the heals. You reach over and tap her on the shoulder, and you say a prayer to Helm. As you do, the scrapes from the Morning Star across her shoulder and her back, the bits of blood that are on her seem to seep back into her cuts and seal up seamlessly, without a scar or anything. And she looks over at you, and where there was a little bit of wear and worn on her face, is now refreshed and gleeful and eager once more for battle. You still have a bonus action if you would like it, and she has both of her attacks.
Yeah. If my thing's still up, it's up for like a minute. I don't know how much time has elapsed since I've cast it, but
you're
I
fine.
should be able to take another swing with my dude.
Yeah. So typically, combat, a round is 6 seconds. So if it's up for a minute, it's up for 10 rounds. So,
Well, okay.
yeah, so you got plenty of time. Take another swing with that. $23, that do hit.
Did that roll damage or did I have roll damage?
No, you can either roll it from there or you can roll it from chat by hitting the spiritual weapon text. Yeah. So it pops this other one and flattens it. So you use your time to focus on healing your ally, while the spiritual mace just starts fucking going to town and whacking shit for you, and just flattens that the bugbear that stood before you. G still gets both of her strikes.
All right, she's gonna use them on this dude.
Yeah, roll 2 20s for me. The 4 does not hit. The 16 plus whatever does hit. Oh, that's not right. That's annoying. Sorry, I was trying to do something. Go ahead and roll her damage. I forget what it is for her quarterstaff.
6, I believe. I think it's a D6.
Goss. All right, so she gets one good pop on him. He is still. That's the first time he's been hit, so he's just a little more pissed off now. That's gonna bring us to Golbrand and Liverloss.
Well, Liverloss, since he can only move, I guess he could dash. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be total. 5, 6, 7, 8. He'll come to right here, which is almost his full movement speed, dashing. That's all he can really do.
I like to imagine just the vine or the roots like pulling furiously, like he almost like in the cartoons where their limbs move so fast that it just like turns into a little swirl. The tree just and like leans his trunk back as he races over there. He's not within 10 feet of the ogre, so he cannot strike it. Plus he used his dash. So Golbrand.
He's going to shoot everybody down. Golbrand will, on his first attack, he will make a reckless attack.
Get it.
On
Be
this
reckless.
motherfucker here. Didn't even need. Whoa.
Best of both worlds. That's pretty good. All right, so go ahead and roll your crit damage.
If I do this,
Wow.
it should crit it for me, shouldn't it?
Oh, that is exactly his health.
So, but is that 4 damage or 2 damage for rage?
It's one
Devin's
hit,
future
so
knowledge.
it's still because
'Cause
normally you just double the die, not the modifiers.
Her.
So
that's still technically 2 plus 2 to that.
yes, sir. So so you watch as Golbrand, having seen them, his allies getting their second wind, pulls back his greatsword and cries out, "Witness!" and catches this guy.
Leaves.
Like, even though this is a wooden sword, and you would think it would be rather blunt, it, like he said, cleaves through the abdomen of this bugbear, stopping somewhere around the pancreas, and he just, like, wrenches it loose and kicks the body down.
I want to pull it like out towards the ground as I reach into my bag of stones. Oh, I can't cast a spell. Never mind. Can't concentrate. Can't cast.
You can't concentrate while raging? Is that a thing?
Where'd it go? You can't cast or concentrate. That means he can't do that. All right.
I see.
He was gonna throw a rock. Can't do that. Okay. That's all he's got for.
All right.
Believes.
Taliband and Safine.
So in turn order, can I make Safine go first?
You may, yeah.
In which case, Safine casts haste on Taliban.
Oh god.
Y'all are giving each other fly and haste and all sorts of shit. I love it.
Oh no.
Taliban's gonna use his bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on the remaining bugbear.
Okay.
And then make 2 weapon attacks
Get it, my dude.
as the attack action.
Hunter's Mark, I'll use, I'll use that one. Both of those.
Okay. So damage, both with sneak attack. I mean, does he live through that?
I'm kind of, hang on. So the second one, yeah, I guess it would get sneak attack too, wouldn't it? Sneak attack's not like a once per round thing, is
No,
it, Devin?
I believe it's once per round.
Okay.
So that would be what,
8 plus
13
7's
on the
The first
With
one is
15 on the
15.
first.
15, so
15 on the
23.
first.
He
23 with the 8. That's also +4 because they're both ranged weapon attacks.
with the
and
plus
this is
4, you do get him.
This is what. Yeah, I was about to say this is without calculating Hunter's Mark also.
So you watch his tally. Sense some sort of dark
Excited
incantation.
and hasted.
And, he throws 2 blades that sort of almost intercept each other and make a figure 8 as they meet at this this figure's ears, and his head just like explodes. Gore everywhere as this bugbear sort of falls helplessly to the ground. Goblin C, which was recently blasted by Zatari, is dead. Goblin H, terrified at seeing that there are just goblins left in the field, and though that does not bode well for them, he's going to try to do a strike off on Bergin. He does not hit. Goblin I, who is his compatriot next to him, is going to do a strike against G.
I can go that.
11. What is G's armor class? I think it's 12.
It's 15.
Oh, is it 15? It
It
is.
is, yeah.
You're right. Okay. So he does not hit either. Bugbear A is dead. Bugbear C is dead. Goblin D is dead. Goblin E is still alive. Okay. So Goblin E is gonna fire off on I'm gonna try to hit Orin. Oh, he has a 19, which does hit. So 7 damage. Orin is now bloodied. And that brings us to Zatari and Nexine. By the way, Zatari, the way your weapons work, you have quite a bit of range. So if you wanted to just go aerial, you could probably... I'm trying to remember the pepper box range. Is it 120 feet? 80 feet?
80.
80?
Yeah. Yep, 80. So I could like just move here and just
You could hit
kill
everything.
everything.
Yeah. Fire
Deal.
away, my dude. You're
Alright,
you're technically a fighter too, so you have multi-attack now, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Get it, dude.
Yes, sir. All right. I will use a boopy to boopy.
Ooh, both of those
Wanna use-
do hit well. I don't know why
the
one
first
popped up
one-
weird.
I did that earlier on accident. Just ignore the first one.
I mean, you could consider that the first one. That's what you were doing, so.
Wow.
Not a great damage hit, but 2 good rolls.
No.
Which ones are you hitting? You can choose separate targets.
I'm gonna hit Big Chungy.
Big Chungus takes a good hit. Pop, pop. Again, 2 more bullet holes. Psh, psh, as this large figure sort of staggers back a little bit as Atari unloads 2 bullets into him. You still have your bonus action, and Nexine can still move.
Alright. Really don't have any bonus action.
Also, Taliband and Zatari, keep in mind that you're tracking spell slots for these people too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, copy. We're still on par.
Yeah.
She will cast. I can't even move her.
Oh, if you point to where you want her, I'll move her for you.
Guess we'll move her down this way.
Okay. You watch as Nexine on this balcony. While she looks like an older woman, she grabs onto the railing and jumps off and lands into like a small stack of crates beside the inn and jumps off of that and makes her way. That uses up a bit of her movement, but she could probably get... I'd say she could get right about here.
Alright, and then she will cast Lightning Bolts.
Get it.
I guess we'll go for this guy over here.
Yeah. Light him up.
Alright, Lightning Bolt. Stroke of the Wizard, blah, 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 blah. Each creature in a line must make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, so it's a line effect. That's right.
Yes.
'Cause it's not like a lightning bolt from the sky. It's a lightning bolt from
Right.
you.
It's 100 feet long and 5 feet wide. 100 feet long. Jesus Christ.
So you don't have a clear shot, I should warn you.
Fuck it. We're just gonna do it.
Okay. Here we go, boys.
Fuck.
Woo! All right. So which one are you hitting? The one in the middle or the one to the right? The one to the
Furthest
right.
to the right.
All right. So Z is gonna have to dodge this. What's the
If she
save on that?
dies, she dies.
40 damage.
13.
13. Okay.
Does
Roll.
she get advantage on that for
Bonji.
monk things?
I don't know if she has evasion. She's technically part monk, part cleric.
Let's see.
Her dex is 15.
So she gets a +3 to Dex, which is good. Or is that a +2?
She's got
What's her hit point
acrobatics
count?
+4, athletics +3.
Athletics. I'll give her that. Okay. So roll your damage, my dude.
Did she? Oh, I guess. Yeah.
And I'll roll for the goblin real quick. Oh, he actually rolls pretty well. He has to beat a 13?
Yeah.
It does not hit the goblin.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Well, it's half damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you mean half? Oh, if I don't see the actual spell, so that may be the case.
Spell says
22.
stroke of lightning.
So
Yeah.
11 damage.
So even
8d6 on a failed save, half as much for the next one. Yeah.
oh my god, you were so lucky. Bergin just healed this bitch. Let's see if she dodges. You said she has a +3. She does. She does dodge.
Hey.
You hear like next scene sort of starts weaving her arms and chanting, and this crackling energy is forming around her, and Z hears it and turns to look behind her just as the bolt like fires out, and Z like leaps out of the way, still getting like partially blasted by it, and not being knocked prone, but being pushed further away than she was before, or was intending to go, and takes a pretty chunk of damage. She's not critical, but she's not far from it. But Maxine does manage to do the most overkill thing and kill one goblin while dealing more damage to her ally. Oh, I
Got
love
it.
Okay. Davos. My God.
How does everybody look? How does Valkyr and Orin look?
Valkyr is
Valkyr's
pretty
good.
good.
He's like 30 something,
Yeah.
I believe.
You said Orin? Orin's not great. He's at 11. He's a little overbloodied. He's not quite
So if I
battered
take
yet.
a step back, that there ogre's gonna get to smack me around, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I'm in 19 armor class. Bold and brash.
he
he's gonna
technically
take
has-
one step back.
He has an 18 for right now because of things.
Still a fecaton.
Yeah, it's still a lot.
He's gonna take a drunken step back. It can do its best.
It rolled a 2, so you're good.
And he took that one step back so that he could cast Guiding Bolt.
Takes one long step back. Pew pew.
Yeah.
25. Oh God. That's beautiful. You watch as Davos.
I picture
Very-
he like stumbles backwards, holds out his hand, and says Lathander says "fuck you," and like sunburst like out of his hand.
I like to think that he's like, sorry, flying around, pew pew, and just like does the blast out of that, and eviscerates this ogre, blast a sizable hole through its chest, and it sort of takes a half step back and has just enough life in it to look down at its own stomach before falling forward and collapsing. Well done, Davos, says Orin, now covered in ogre blood. Does Davos have anything else he can do with his turn?
I do not believe so. Sorry, I'm trying to get his spell
You're fine.
slots in order.
Orin is going to fire off on this goblin here, and he hits. And what does he get to add to that? You watch as Orin fires off a bow and kills a goblin and looks over at Davos, so like, it still only counts as one. And then Valkyr.
And Valkyr will, do what he does.
Blast him. Oh no.
Oh,
Waste or blast?
no.
Oh,
Well, both obviously at this goblin.
Valkyr tries to blast off at the goblin. Ends up going a little broad and hitting Miros, who takes the damage. Not looking bad,
Ouch.
but is looking pretty pissed at this newfound lord
Sorry,
who
mate.
tried to recruit him. Sorry, mate. Accurate. Valkyr gets to move with Miros, which is even more ironic. Who sort of like begrudgingly like almost snarls at him and goes forward with his great axe and cleaves for a whopping. Oh wait, that's an 8. Excuse me. For a whopping 9 damage. So he, after cleaving this first goblin, he cleaves into the second one and looks back at Valkyr and he's like, "Fire the other way!" And that'll bring us to Bugbear B, who is deceased. To Ogre B, who is deceased. To Goblin F, who is deceased. To Goblin G, who is alive. There we go. Okay. Goblin
And
G,
afraid.
you're not wrong. There's only 2 goblins left, so we're actually just going to quick narrate this. You guys quickly knock these 2 out. Not
Is it
even...
between the spiritual weapon and a raging barbarian?
Yeah, does not take long. You guys, as you do
Golden
this...
stomps on the body.
As you do this, Z, after throwing a dark look maybe to Nexine, is like, if there were this many this far within the walls, there were probably others. And she points toward the trail through the wheat field that you could see that these creatures sort of made their way through. It's like, we should follow back to see where they entered from. You guys take off racing through the wheat fields, and as you, after running for probably close to 10 minutes, it's a little over a mile. Yeah. You guys arrive to part of the wall that has been crumbled up. Oh, whoops. He's not supposed to be there. Good thing you guys aren't on this page yet. Yeah.
Yep. Does Liferloss go with us?
All of them go
20
with you,
feet
yeah.
movement speed? Wow. Wow.
You guys
Jesus.
Oh, whoa.
pop up and arrive
Fuck
to
yes.
see multiple ogres, bugbears, goblins, ogres carrying cattle, like literally cows and mules in their arms. The bugbears carrying sows and under theirs, and the goblins with chickens and smaller fare, all trying to make a break for this exit. But as you guys emerge into the square, their attention turns to you, and we are going to dive into our second round of combat here.
Jesus.
Great. Small aside, I'm
Yes, sir.
guessing the time it took to get here took over a minute, so all combat
Yes, sir.
spells and concentrations ended. Cool.
Yeah, I would say about 10 minutes.
Golbrand isn't raging anymore, which is good, because he's got
Yeah.
some spells to cast.
Well, Taliban passed out face first in the dirt and then got carried here and then woke up, and I'm good to go.
Ah! I love it, because it's hella accurate.
I picture Golbrand just literally jerks Taliban up, throws him over his shoulder, and just starts running.
Help me remember a couple of things. Tally, you're running Valkyr, so 32. Valkyr 32.
Okay.
Devin, Orin is 11.
11.
And
I
Z
can
is
hold more if
15.
you want.
I can hold more.
I just
think-
opened a thing and started typing. Sorry.
No, I think I'm good. I will say that you guys have, on the way, you could choose to cast a healing spell or drink a potion, but narrate that now before you guys actually get rolling.
If we have one, Golbrand will go ahead and drink one. He
Yes, sir.
doesn't necessarily need it, but
Okay.
I feel like
Well-
that's a better use of than party resources.
Yeah.
or,
What was
resources.
Orin? 11.
Yes.
Okay. And what was
G was
Z?
15.
15?
Tally's good as far as spells go. Can I reorient my hunter's mark to this ogre?
I don't think so, because it's been 10 minutes, yeah?
It's an hour-long spell.
Pop it into chat, let me read it. Because sometimes it's like when one creature dies, you have to pick the next one within eyesight. But let me look
But
at
then
it.
it says, yeah, I got it. I'll display. It says you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours. So since we're out of combat, do we cease turns?
Subsequent
But
turn
the
would
spell
mean...
itself says concentration up to an hour. I mean,
On a
we're engaging
subsequent-
another turn now within an hour's time.
Yeah, but subsequent... mean, it doesn't necessarily mean direct next turn. Yeah, I will allow you to do that. On this big boy up here in the...
The northmost one to the left.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Did anyone besides Z and... Oh, Valkyr was 32. Okay. Sorry. All right. And with that, I need you boys to roll another round of initiative.
Oh boy.
21 for Zatari. Zatari zooms over half the way. Like, that flies lasts for a second. So, actually, how long does fly last? Is it an hour?
Only 10 minutes. Only
10 minutes. So Zatari flies the whole way here, a la Peter Pan. And then, like, it putters out while he's still in the air, and he, like, not does a crash landing, but it's not graceful either. First time flyer. His tummy is a little rumbly. Ooh, Spencer. I'm sorry, my dude.
Yeah, it's all good.
Joey also has like a extra thing. The internet says yes for within an hour between
good.
combats.
I was like, I feel like that's fair, but I don't want to break balance too much. But no, I thank you for following up on that. I need one for Valkyr, and I need one for Talabund.
Yep, sorry.
No, you're fine. Did I get... Yeah, Davos is there. Oh, Davos is the better one. Excuse me. Let me fix that.
Oh, how I wish I could ask you all if you wanted a beer. But
Mine's
sometimes-
like, I wish you could bring
Send
me
it.
one. Let's be real.
Send it through the
Where do y'all
phone.
live?
Get Uber Eats to deliver a beer. That would be dope as shit. My God.
You could. Yeah, I feel like
I'm
maybe.
sure you could.
That, like, well, we don't have Ubers up here in Blue Ridge because we are. You guys think you're in, like, y'all? I mean, we're in the sticks. It's bad.
Where do y'all actually live?
Blue Ridge, Georgia. The
okay.
northernmost part of the state, dead center. We're like,
We're literally a tri-state area.
yeah, we can, in 10 minutes I can get to Tennessee, and 15 I can be in North Carolina.
Okay, because I'm probably gonna be moving to Tennessee next year.
Oh shit,
So
dude, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Come to Tennessee with me, it's great.
you are 100%
Move to
welcome.
Asheville.
Get some beer.
Asheville's a cool
oh, yeah.
place. North Carolina.
Is that where
Yeah.
you're moving, dude? Tally?
No, I'm saying move to Asheville to Kmart because like I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend got a job in Nashville, so I'll be
sweet.
in Nashville.
Mm.
That's like
Also,
4
yeah.
hours from us.
Yeah, Nashville's fun
Not
too.
bad, bro. Yeah, I
Probably
heard it's
3
cool.
for me.
It'll make
I
it.
haven't been there.
It'll make it open to where, like, maybe once a year we can get together, somewhat
Oh, yeah.
IRL, as on a day that Stefan and Brandon can be up.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and get this bitch rolling as you guys emerge into the square to see this cacophony of foes. Davos and Orin get the first move.
Oh boy, Davos is going to mildly freak the fuck out. So what?
As he should.
All right, where's he at? There he is.
He's front and center, I think. Not center, but
Oh, I can move him for some reason. Okay, there's a lot going on. These are bugbears.
yeah, the orange ones are bugbears. The green, the purple,
Goblins?
and the red are goblins. The pink and the yellow are ogres.
Oh wow. Oh wow. All right, Davos, you got something scurry? He do got some scurry. Let me read this before I do this.
That's okay. I'm still marking goblins and stuff as ABC, so you're good.
Well, don't mark too many. He's he's gonna cast this at 2nd level because I think it will probably be the most helpful. And he's did that take a 2nd level spell slot? He's gonna cast sleep.
How many you get,
Hoping-
who are you aiming at? And well, how about this? Roll your total.
Creatures within 20 feet of the point you choose. He just wants to get as many goblins as possible.
Within 20 feet?
Of a point I can see. Range 90 feet. and
Yeah,
then
so you
from-
can from there 20 feet from that, so 4 squares. So you can't get more than one batch of goblins because of how they are spaced. You could try to get some goblins and some bugbears, depending on how well you roll. But the bugbears, you know from the last fight that the ogres are like super stout. The
Yeah.
bugbears
I
are
think
pretty
he's gonna
sturdy.
try and do this group right here
Okay, roll your thing.
and get as many as he can get. What does that say at higher levels? So that's technically 78.
Excuse me, DM. Did you say 7d8? No, I said 78. Oh, that's much worse. All right, 33. You could get all the goblins, or you could get one bugbear.
All the goblins.
Okay.
Might as
Um,
well.
These three here immediately start to snooze.
So I can't mark spell slots on Davos' sheet. He needs a first level marked off, and now he needs a second level marked off.
Okay, I actually have him open another tab, so I will do that. You said first and second?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's running out of
I was
resources.
about to say, just be conscientious of that. What he used for his scripted scene is already counted for in here. So don't worry about, fucking up the flow of fate or anything. Anything else for Davos?
I think that's it. That's all he's really got.
Okay. So Orin gets to go on his turn. Orin, being surrounded and kind of freaking out, sees Davos put that group to sleep, and he's going to aim at one of those bugbears. He does not hit. Bugbear B, 5, 10, 15, 20, is going to come up, and he's going to go to clobbering Senor Valkyr. Does Valkyr have a 14? What's his AC? Valkyr? Actually, I have that open. I can check. He's at 14, so that meets. So Valkyr takes 11 damage, which is not a whole hell of a lot, but for Valkyr it is. Bugbear D is going to run up on 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to run up on Bergin. Excuse me, not Bergin. Davos.
Davos.
And he hits him. And does 9 damage. Are you keeping up with Davos' health, Devon?
Let me see if it'll let me do it. It will not let me change his health either.
Okay. Do you know if he took any damage in the last fight?
He did not.
Okay. So, if you will tell me his health total, I'll...
Just 36 total.
He has 36?
Yeah.
That can't be right. Valkyr has more than him. I'll make a note of that and I'll revisit it.
It does say that his con is 1.
Oh, that's probably a contributing factor.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So if he had 36 and he took 9... Okay. Alright. That's going to bring us to Talaband and Maxine. Or excuse me, Safine.
Alright, being jolted back awake, Safine's gonna slap Talaband on the back and cast haste for the second time. So, yeah.
I like to think that
Invic-
Tally and Zatari both just zoomed over here, a la Flash and Superman, and then
Fuck out.
have tried to do like a cool superhero landing and just completely fudge it and take so long getting back up and ready that the rest of you have time to arrive.
Exactly. I'm going
Beautiful.
to use both my attack actions and my bonus action to strike at the ogre, the
Get 'em!
aforementioned marked ogre.
Yes, sir. Get him. Ooh, both of those hit.
Okay, and then I gotta find the bonus. Give me a second. Yep. Okay. Oh my god, that's damage.
Pop, pop, pop. Yeah. Roll all 3.
Okay. So that's that. That's that. Ignore any sneak attack. But add 6 damage for
Okay.
range specialization, and I also need to roll Hunter's Mark for all of those.
Okay, go ahead. 16, 18, 26,
23.
Oh.
Thank you, Talbot, for playing a ranger that actually does what rangers do.
35.
Instead of everyone being like, rangers are broken. Nah, man, you put some rogue with that shit. And you light shit
49
up.
damage.
And it pops the fuck off.
No, yeah. You watch as Safine, like gently, almost seductively, like sort of curls her fingers across Tally's shoulder and says, "Go get him, Shug." And Tally runs the fuck off, like nearly vibrating in place. Throws off 3 of the psychic blades that just like in a perfect line, like strike across this ogre's chest, and he bellows in absolute fury. That is going to bring us to Zatari, as well as Miss Maxine.
Alright. Alright, is this like raised? Is this a wall, or is this just...
So this map is the best I could find for the situation. That is technically all field. The only thing that is raised is the actual wall on the northern end that separates you guys and the outside.
Okay. Well, is Atari feeling like jealous, I guess, of Tally being a bastard and I'm to be like, actually, can you do that thing again? Can you make me like go up there? And so she does it. She casts fly on Atari again.
I like to think she goes, I would love to send you to the moon, and slaps you the same way. Like,
thanks. All right, and then I'm going to go right up here in the middle, and I'll attack this bud.
get him.
I can't do my cool stuff anymore, but
Where Tally is like Psychic Flash, you're like Star-Lord just coming in, just start blasting.
that's kind of how I'm like seeing his like overall demeanor at this point.
I'm 100% about it.
I'm going to
Wow, that's an intricate spell.
I'll cast Deadeye Shot,
Get it.
which will give me advantage on the attack roll, which I probably don't really need, but whatever.
No, go ahead, my dude. You're aiming for the ogre. That would hit. So you don't even need the... Well, go ahead and roll the advantage because you might get a 20. Well.
Technically.
Close.
All right, that's fine.
Well, yes, but technically no. All right, fire off some damage, my dude. 11.
11.
You pop. 11.
Then I'll use my second attack.
Get it.
11
11 just meets, so go ahead.
and 8.
So you boys come in and just start blasting these ogres. Maxine used her thing to do fly, so it is Goblin A. I've already rolled for A, D, and E just to try to roll this faster. Only one of them hits, but they're all three going to move. A. Oh, D's asleep, excuse me. His didn't hit anyway. And he's down until he gets hit, if I remember sleep correctly, so yeah. And, is that A, D, and E? And E is also down. Okay, I rolled more than I should have, so none of them actually hit. Ogre A, this big boy, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, is going to come up here, and seeing Lipperlass being tall and obscene, he's going to go and try to roll him with a Great Club. He does hit. Well, he rolls a 16. I don't know what Lipperlass is. Okay, yeah, I figured, but... and that means he does... Let me double check this motherfucker's thing. 2d8. 10 damage to Lipperlass, which I will keep track of.
I got you. Lift ain't scared.
Bless you. Valkyr. As well as...
Oh, is that bludgeoning damage? He only takes half of that.
Oh, get it. That is bludgeoning damage, yeah. The ogre comes up and smacks Lipperlass with a small tree that he has himself. And Lipperlass goes, and just chuckles it off. Valkyr and Miros.
Okay, Valkyr is going to cast Armor of Agathis on himself.
That's such a sexy spell. God, I love it.
Yeah.
Miros hits his target as well.
Clutch time clutch time too. Ooh.
So he deals 15 cold damage to the one in front of him, and he gets 15 temp HP, which, I'm gonna be real, he need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I don't think I actually have that much for bonus action, so yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. Miros does hit his target and deals... Where's that? There we go. Not a whole hell of a lot of damage. 6 damage. Bugbear A races down, and he's going to come up to Goldbrand. And he's going to pop him. He misses. Bugbear C runs down. He's going to try to pop Bergin, since he can't hit Tally. Do they have a ranged attack? He has a javelin. Yeah, he's actually going to stay where he is, and he's going to throw a javelin at Zatari, who just came fucking star-loading up into this bitch.
Whoa.
15? Is that hit?
Fuck no.
Fuck no!
That's 16.
The javelin goes wide. And that brings us to Ogre D, which is this big fucker. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Comes up to Bergin. Bergin having, or excuse me, I keep saying that. Davos having some flashbacks to the last time he fought something this big. He swings at him. He does not hit. Oh, no, +5. 17? No.
Nope.
He has an 18. Goldbrand, you and Liverloss.
Alright, well, that ogre coming up here changed some things that I was going to fucks with. Liverloss is gonna laugh at it and then do his 2 their slam attacks there. She gets, so that's actually a 15.
And he's doing it to the ogre?
Yes.
That hits?
Oh, sorry, I don't know why my brain just suddenly totally farted out on me. That's
Both of
30,
those hit.
20.
Yeah, go ahead.
14 damage apiece.
A piece. Alright, so 28. Okay.
Let me make sure that's right.
Liverloss just basically
Yeah,
pops them
$15.
one side on each of the head, like, yeah, pee, pee. That's gonna bring it to Goldbrand.
Oh, so now Goldbrand can't actually. He was gonna move to here. I guess he could still see this ogre.
Yes, yeah.
He's going to say, try to kills the ones in the backs if you can. He's gonna say this to Tally, and then he's going to shoot. He's gonna use one of his uses of guiding bolt to blast the ogre that's back there.
Get him. Oh, an 8 does not hit. I'm sorry, my dude.
I can't reckless that because that's not how that works. But for a bonus action,
That would. I want a barbarian caster that can do that now. Just reckless spell, like a special feature or something.
Well, it says on the first attack of your turn is the wording, so like,
It's a
you know,
spell
that's up to you.
attack, technically. Let me.
Worry about it later if you want, because I know for his bonus action he will indeed use one of his. Oh.
It has to
that
be a
is
melee attack.
Melee attack. It does have to be a melee attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a bonus action, I can expend its use of my so. Goldbrand will light up like the Archer constellation again after palming a comet and slinging it like baseball style. He draws back again and makes a spear as he assumes his starry form and again he's gonna throw it at that one. That was the plan the whole time, was to try to
Get it. Get it, bitch. Get it.
Come on. Where are these hiding? Bonus action. Blap. Nope.
Damn. Two strikes for Goldbrand. Goldbrand, despite looking cool as shit, like a fucking starry constellation and hurling stars and meteors, not making any purchase. In fact, with that one, he hits Liverloss. You try to fire past the ogre just as Liverloss comes down for his second attack. Go ahead and, or actually I can do it. You pop him for 6 radiant.
I got you.
And you go to like you almost start to apologize. He goes, I'm all right. Kids carve initials in me for fun. This is nothing. That's gonna bring us to Ogre C, who is going to charge up on. He's gonna be in this little quadrant over here. Oh, actually no. He's gonna come up a few steps. He's gonna fire off at Zatari with the javelin as well.
Oh,
17, which I think does hit.
that hits. Yes, it hits.
9 damage.
Fucker. Okay. I will use Hellish Rebuke
I
to
love
burn him to a
Hellish
fucking
Rebuke.
crisp.
Go ahead and roll it.
This is a D20, yeah?
No,
No. They make
I think it's
dexterity
I
saving
was about
throw.
to say it's a saving throw. His dex isn't great.
It's 11.
He passes, unfortunately, my dude.
What a bitch.
No, yeah. One of my favorite characters was a tiefling, and Hellish Rebuke is just like the bread and butter. Like, love it.
Yeah.
All right.
2D. He still takes half damage, though, so.
Oh, good.
A whopping 2.
You insult him in your infernal language, and he just kind of looks at you and goes... and then that's it for that. Goblin C is going to move over here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to pop off one at Goldbrand. Fuck, I'm sorry. What do the goblins get to add? Doing 3 different types of creatures makes this hard to keep up with. 15 to Goldbrand?
That does hit.
Okay. Oh, that's actually pretty good. 12
I'll use my thingamabob.
to take half.
I'll use my reaction to do Stone Skin. It's Goliath.
Yes,
thing.
sir.
Not exactly what it's called. Stone's Endurance, 1 reaction. Roll this to the thing, please. So that's only however much that is instead.
So H and I also move up. They're gonna fire off on Davos and Miros respectively. The one to Miros hits. Oh damn it, that's a good hit too. He gets peppered for 12 damage. Oh no, actually. First of all, this is pretty fucking sick,
This
whoever's
is
playing it.
dope.
Yeah, this is dope.
I didn't know what it was, but this is definitely a
Oh,
It's the same thing. Was it not the same thing?
Devin, what did I tell you? I'm sorry.
Yours was old.
Sorry,
You're
your
right now.
one was old. You're right.
What did I tell you, Devin, for damage?
12, then I subtracted 5.
I'm sorry, I fucked that up. His scimitar is 2d8. His short bow is 2d6. So instead, take 9 damage. Minus the 5, so you only take 4. And then he will take 9 damage. Yeah, bookmark this. That was pretty sick. We just played that one clip over and over.
Right.
7 plus 2 is 9, so 15. Alright, Goblin B! Also gonna run up. He's gonna fire off this one at Bergin, because Bergin's looking a little bored over there with nobody running up on him. He does not hit. Goblin F and G. I think F is sleeping. F is sleeping. G is this last one over here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Sort of darts through the ogre's legs. He's gonna go try to fire off a bow at Zatari. Set 17 again.
Alright.
And then 9 damage.
Damn.
Bergin, you and G, get your move.
Alright. Let's see. I think I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapons. Do it over here.
Ooh, good call. Give me 1 second. Rather than redraw that shape, I'm just gonna go copy paste it from the last page because I'm lazy. Peak lazy.
Or your little, like, star thing. Yeah, buddy.
Bloop. Bitch, when
And
I
then
say
I
move.
have smack at that dude.
Yeah, buddy. Spencer figured out how cleric. He's got it now. He's like, I'm gonna summon this spectral thing to whoop your ass.
While I heal shit and take care of business. It's actually a beautiful thing for a cleric to have. Go
While
ahead.
I do the important shit.
Which one are you hitting, and go ahead and roll damage.
This dude, yeah.
The lower one? Okay, you do hit, so go ahead and roll your damage. 11 damage. Alright. Okay. Again, the spectral mace appears, whacks this ogre upside the head. Do you have anything you want to do with your action? Because that was technically just your bonus.
Could I do that as my... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, as my bonus, I will do... let's see, where's it?
Well, no, I think spiritual weapon is your bonus. And then... Or is it an action the first turn and every other turn it's a bonus?
You could do it as either, I believe. As like either a spell or a bonus action. I was gonna do it as like a regular action and then do fucking healing word as my bonus.
Well, you're doing 2 spells there. So,
That's
spiritual
right, that's
weapon,
right.
when you first cast it, is the bonus action, and it makes it hit automatically, or it swings
Oh,
automatically.
sure.
It doesn't necessarily hit. And then
Right.
every turn after that, you can use a bonus action to have it continue to swing without using an extra spell slot.
Nah, I get you.
If you would rather do healing word, you can, but nobody's.
Nah, yeah, that's alright.
Well,
Just
just so you're aware, Z is at about half health. Orin is a little under.
right.
I'm about half health.
But I
at this
think,
point now as well.
but I think you've made the right call. Opening up with spiritual weapon, so that can fuck some shit up while you do other shit. I think you're good. But you still have your action if you want to swing or dash or use a cantrip. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll swing on this dude here.
swing out of your shoes. And if you should lose your head, just keep swing and swing. And do you recognize that?
No.
That was Watsky. Ooh, you go to swing and you hit Miros, and Miros is really questioning
Oh,
going
fuck.
with you guys.
He's like, what the fuck side are y'all on?
Roll damage. Well, I can do it.
Yeah, I got a damage.
6. Yeah, y'all have bloodied him. Goddamn.
Oh my god.
At this point, y'all have done more
Which
damage to him than the enemies have.
Not the blacksmith.
Like,
I feel like Bergen's over here like, I told you we bumbled into this.
accurate as fuck. Yeah, he's gonna take that little bit of damage. Z also gets to move. You can have her move into melee and attack with her quarterstaff, or I think she has a ranged attack as well.
Yeah, she's got a sling. I will have her move in and take a swing at this dude.
Get him. She does get 2 hits.
Right.
Oh, neither of those hit. Even if she got to add a handsome bet, neither of those hit. So she comes in and is almost distracted by you guys like roughing up Miros, and botches both of her swings. The other ogre, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He technically can move further, but he can't move through these guys. Oh, but no, he's gonna throw a jab. No, he's going to. He has reach, so he's gonna try to pop Goldbrand. With a 13, which I don't think hits.
It meets.
It meets. Ooh, okay. So 7 damage. And that brings us to Davos and Orin.
Oh, I'm Davos. Okay. Davos is going to...
Is that what he says? Because that sounds like
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
god.
Picture like very Jack Sparrow vibes right now. He's like...
I've got a jaw of death. I've got a jaw of death.
You are by far the worst bard I have ever
Yeah,
heard of.
so,
But you have heard of me.
He's gonna cast... So do either one of these ogres look more fucked up than another one?
They're all
Actually-
barely scraped. None of them are bloodied.
That's a silly
Well,
question.
but-
He's gonna
question.
do it to this one because it's right in front of him.
Okay,
He's
go
gonna
ahead.
He's gonna use his last 2nd level spell slot to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh, get it.
Yeah.
Wisdom
fuck yeah.
save?
Oh, it didn't hurt it near as much as I
Oh,
wanted. But
he rolled a nat 1, which doesn't really do anything for saves, but I'm excited about it, so we're gonna change that.
well, you also can read that to see that it has to run the fuck away from him. Was the whole
Yeah.
point? He's gonna do that shit.
I'm gonna have it deal an extra. Oh, it rolled a 6 actually, which on this die is a cool little rune thing. I don't know if you could see that.
Hey.
So 16 extra or 16 total damage. Okay, and on his next turn he has to run the fuck away. Heard.
Has to use its reaction to run the fuck away.
Oh, it's reaction.
Yes,
Okay.
it's gotta get out of there.
It's gotta
I
get
know
the
that
fuck
spell.
out.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Well, actually,
Because it's getting hairy over there.
away for him is actually 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. On his way trampling out, he squishes one of the goblins
Yeah.
for some extra fucking flair. That's pretty sick. Orin, seeing the madness that is sort of building up, he's gonna pull out his lyre, or his lute, excuse me, and he you see his fingers move around in a somatic way as he strikes his chords, and an immense thunderous shatter erupts just behind this ogre here. 10-foot radius sphere, so that's 4 squares across. He's gonna get that goblin, this ogre, and that bugbear, and they all
shatter?
have shatter. Yeah. Constitution save. So this is for the 2 ogres. What do they get to do to theirs? They have pretty solid constitution. +3. Oh fuck, both of them pass. That's annoying. Yeah, because meets passes. But then the goblin and the bugbear, both of them fail. I think they still take half damage. It's 3d8 thunder. 15 plus, so 20 damage. So, oh, it actually kills the other ogre because he still takes half damage. So one ogre goes down, another one is hit with a pretty strong blow. One of the bugbears goes from full health to nearly critical, and one of the goblins is just wiped off the map. In fact, he would actually hit both of those goblins, and even if it passes the save, it's wiped out. So Orange strikes his chords in the most metal way you guys have seen this weird little Irish tune-singing halfling do, and knocks down an ogre, 2 goblins, and fucks up another ogre and another bugbear. So
Hell yeah.
went from little funny Irish leprechaun-looking motherfucker to goddamn rockstar real quick. That's gonna bring us to Bugbear B, which is the one he just hit. No, the one right in front of Valkyr, so he's gonna swing on him. He misses. Bugbear D is the one over there by Davos. He also misses. Which brings us to Talaband.
Who is hasted?
Okay.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Fucking cracked out of his mind.
You're not wrong.
Are we going for a whole round here? For everybody again? Let's see.
What do you mean?
Like saying like it's already 11:05. Are we still going or?
We're gonna try to go. I think if we go one more round, we can knock out the rest of these, and you guys will unlock a special cutscene.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
we're getting fancy.
hell yeah.
In which case, so I would like to look at this guy. A 10-foot radius around him, I'm assuming, is gonna hit that bugbear, maybe, or is it just? I don't know where he's standing really.
He's not quite centered on it. It's weird because he doesn't technically occupy the full space, but those 4 squares there, that sort of centers him up a little better.
Okay.
His actual,
So the
you could hit him, all 3 goblins and the bugbear.
okay,
That's it.
yeah.
That's it there.
In which case, Safine is gonna cast Confusion, which is a Wisdom saving throw.
Get it?
What's
her DC?
Her DC is 14.
Ogre fails. First 2 goblins, 1 passes. Third goblin fails. Bugbear passes. So 2 goblins and the ogre are confused.
Okay, the
Refresh me.
effect. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just post this to chat.
Go ahead and do it.
Because it's quite a lot. Fuck, that's a lot of shit. But it's because it's on their turns.
Yeah.
You will roll a die. You'll roll a d10
To decide which way they run.
for them to decide what they do.
Gotcha. Okay.
But they are now all confused.
Okay.
Lovely for us.
Okay.
I'm going to use my bonus action to make this ogre the hunter's marked target.
Yes, sir.
2 psychic blades.
Pew pew.
Ooh,
Then that
here's
one.
a botch.
You we've already hit Lifer last once. Let the Goldbringer can take a hit. He's
Sorry, big
roll
man.
damage for both of those for me. We'll not count the sneak attack because I won't be a dick. Goldbrand, you watch as you go to ready yourself against this bugbear in front of you, and a pink-violet knife slashes your arm. Doesn't actually cause it to bleed, but moves through you and buries itself into the dirt, and you just get a splitting headache. And in that moment, you have a vision of prescience. You see 2 enormous figures, larger even than these ogres, perhaps twice as tall, clambering through and making their way toward the statue of Shanti. And your prescience fades. And you are back once again in the madness of battle.
The hunter's mark goes for the ogre, and the ogre also receives an additional 2 damage for ranged weapon specialization.
All right, the ogre's in critical condition, not looking great. Maxine does get to move if she is concentrating. Or excuse me, not Maxine, Safine. No, she did confusion. My apologies. Zatari, fire away, my dude.
Okay, what's going on with this guy? What's the flag?
Oh, wait, 1 second. I did not. Was your bonus action the hunter's mark, Tally? I forget what the expense
Yes,
is.
hunter.
Okay.
To move it is a bonus action.
But what do you do to cast it originally? Is it a bonus action?
Yes, to
Okay.
cast it as a bonus action and to move it as a bonus action.
Gotcha. Zatari, sorry, go ahead.
That
what's-
motherfucker had to run away. That's why he.
Oh, okay.
Flag was for.
Alright, Sorry, just gonna shoot the big ogre.
Get it. You guys ever seen Last Airbender?
Of course.
Yeah.
I imagine you're like Zhang Zhang during the eclipse where he's like got the little fire blasted beneath him. I'm just getting different like flashes of different anime and like stuff like this is the badass Zatari right now.
Hell yeah.
Get him.
15.
I don't know, I
15
pictured him like
hits.
Dragon Ball Z style, like floating through the air like he's standing, just doosh, doosh, doosh.
Almost looks like a
Whacking
DBZ
6
character.
damage.
That's all you needed though. That's exactly what his health
Hell
was.
yeah.
You watch as these knives come in and slash through him. And they've kind of been wailing on him, and you just like headshot him, and he just collapses. And for shits and gigs, as his corpse falls over, he squishes that goblin.
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom.
As my bonus action, I will cast Second Wind to give myself some
Some
heal
HP.
balls.
Yeah, get it. D and E are passed out. A is dead. Valkyr. And Miros.
I still got old girl to do.
You get it, girl.
Maxine. We'll just do Firebolt. Just 2d10. Is it 18 hit? I'm assuming.
Wait, what is this for?
Firebolt for Maxine.
Oh, for Naxine. Okay. The 18 does hit. Which one is she hitting? I'm sorry, I was rolling for Miros.
All good. We'll just go for the bugbear here.
Okay. That do hit. Roll for damage. I think it's a D10.
Yeah, but at 5th level it's 2d10. So
Ooh, nice. Incinerates him. Like, the firebolt hits him, and even though firebolt isn't supposed to catch on fire, his hair just, like, the fire, because she's such a powerful spellcaster, the flames just, like, begin to crawl over him. He starts trying to run away before just, like, collapsing in a smoldering, disgusting mess that all of you can smell this burnt hair, singed skin kind of aroma. Ugh.
disgusting.
So he's dead. I'm sorry, Valkyr and Miros. Miros tried to take a swing, didn't hit. It got his. Sir Desmond for Valkyr.
Yes. Good old Val. Yeah, you know he's gonna start blasting.
Oh, of course. Yeah, fucking course.
So 10
only-
and 25 on this bugbear that's in front of him.
Only one of those hits. The 25 does. This bugbear is bloodied, but not yet down.
And then Valkyr shouts at him, "Fucking hit me!"
Bugbear C. I was really hoping it would be that one, so he could just fucking go like lay into him, but no. Bugbear C. He's the one back here that took a javelin to Zatari earlier, so he's gonna do the same. He misses. Ogre D is the one on the far side who I need to roll a die for. And let me scroll back up to my shit. D10. 2. Doesn't move. You watch as the ogre is just like clutching its head, like sort of staggering around, completely, his small mind just completely overwhelmed by this energy. Goldbrand, you and Lifferlass.
Oh boy. These are 10-foot squares or 5-foot squares?
These are 5-foot squares.
So 5, 10. Oh well. So Gilbrand, you like clutching his head from the headache and the pain. You watch him like reach into his pouch to get some bloodweed out. Pulls it out, stops, puts it back, and like holding his head, he says, "There are giants on the ways," and then he will move 5, 10. He could get to that one. Sorry, he's trying to process. 15, 20, 25. Does that, if I move here, does that give that? Oh, there's another ogre there.
From where you were, I think that bugbear would get an opportunity attack. The one right in front of Valkyr.
Alright, then he's just going to turn and he's going to try and mess him up first.
Fuck him. That hit. That get him down. Again, Goldbrand just like
I like to picture Goldbrand bowls him over, turns, starts running, runs through him like football style, like knocks him over, runs the sword through him, and then throws another spear at this here ogre.
Do you get multi-attack?
Well, he gets to do his archer thing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But
Fire
that
away,
will be
buddy.
it for that will be it for him after that.
That do hit?
That
do hit?
Oh, that sucked. And then Lifferloss will move 5, 10, 15.
Oh, yeah.
Lifferloss is going to have to... He'll dash as far out this way as he can go to start preparing
5,
to
10,
take on...
15. His movement speed is 20?
It is 20, yes. So he will dash.
He will
kind
come
of
here to where he
take
can
up the
hit
flank out here somewhere.
all
Oh!
3 of those, I think. If he's dashing, he can get all the way to the wall.
Oh, well, he'll stop there because it's dash.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, from his normal position, even with a 10-foot reach, he wouldn't be able to go any further. Ogre C. Wait, I just did Ogre C. Oh. Okay, I got those backwards. So this is going to be Ogre D, who was under the effect of Dissonant Whispers. Does he make a save on that? Does he...
I think it's over with now.
Is it just a 1 turn?
Yeah.
He gets kind of pissed off from being sort of tricked into running and turns toward Lifferloss. And he's going to go with the club swinging at him. What does he get to add to that? 13 for Lifferloss?
13, I believe, meets Lifferloss. Yeah, it does. Okay.
This is bludgeoning damage, so help me remember that it's going to be halved. And he is going to do 2... would be 11, so 5 damage to Lifferloss.
Not even blooded.
Not even bloodied.
Mm-mm.
Goblin C is dead. Goblin H, he gets to roll a die for fun shit. Actually, H and I get to roll one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and roll both of those. 5. One of the goblins, likewise, the ogre, is just completely absorbed in his own head. The other one makes a melee attack against a randomly determined creature. He's gonna swing at the ogre.
Big and scary.
He does not hit, but you see that he is obviously disoriented. Goblin B is dead. Goblin F is asleep? No, Goblin F is dead. That's the one that got squished a second ago. Goblin G is also under the effect of that spell. So, 6. He, again, likewise, is just clutching his head, not making any progress. Bergin and G.
Alright. I'm going to, with my action, let's see. We do healing word on healing word. Yeah, healing word on the dude I just smacked. Actually, we do cure wounds.
I see a DC 15 wisdom save.
Oh, weird. Alright, let me try that again.
To which dude, my dude?
The dude I smacked last turn with my
Like,
my one.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it happened.
He like, you see, and you've actually restored more damage than you guys have dealt to him. So he sort of gives you a nod and grips his axe as he's ready to go back to the combat. That makes it G's turn.
Bonus action. Can I have
Oh,
my
yeah.
my mace take a swing at it?
Go right a
Let's
fucking
see.
head, my dude.
What is it? Here it
It
is.
should be under your attacks. There should be an option for it. Yeah, that do hit. Get it. Smoosh him into dirt. Again, Bergin with the heal and the mace smack. Loving it. Alright, so G's turn.
G.
Devin, you're on deck with Davos.
I hurry.
guess G is going to take a swing with her sling at this dude.
Okay. I'll roll a d20 for you. She gets an 18, so whatever she gets, that she does hit. Go ahead and roll damage for that. I think it's a
Let's see.
D4 or D6 for the sling. I forget.
Sling is D4 plus 2.
Gotcha. Four, so 6 damage to that dude right there, who is about bloodied himself. That's gonna bring it to Davos. Oh,
Davos is-
actually no. I'm sorry. G gets one more swing, which she misses. Never mind. Davos.
Davos is going to, and I think Brandon's been wanting to use this, but it hasn't been a good time. This is a cantrip. He's going to use Green Flame Blade.
It is so funny you say that. You're gonna find out why in a minute.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and hit the thing that you're trying to hit, and then it's.
So I
gonna
guess
jump.
he's going to go for this goblin here,
Mhm.
since these two seem to be handling the bugbear. He's going to hit the goblin. He wants the extra stuff to go to the ogre.
Yes, sir. All right, so roll to hit with a normal melee attack.
Yes. Did that go through? No. I don't know
didn't
why
see
it makes you
anything.
do it this way.
Oh, that does not hit the goblin.
Sad face.
Yeah, that is a little sad face. But don't worry, he'll get to use it. Orin is going to get to, he's going to go ahead and pop off one at that confused goblin. He misses. Bugbear B. Are you dead? Bugbear B? Bugbear B is dead. Bugbear D is going to make a swing against, oh god, he's got 3 of the burliest men on the fucking field, like, around him. He's going to try to go for, he sees Bergin picking people up, and he doesn't like that. Ooh, nat 20. With his mace, or excuse me, not mace, Morningstar, which is 2 of these. 15, 17, 22, 25 damage to Bergin.
Oh,
What
shit.
the fuck?
It's
That drops me.
does it? Oh god!
Oh no.
He sees you picking bitches up, and he's like, "No, motherfucker." Oh god. Okay. We'll get to that in a second. Taliband, you and Naxine.
Cool. 5,
almost
10,
there.
15, 20. 5, 10. 5. Okay. Safine is gonna move here.
Okay. How about there?
Give me
Go
one
around.
moment.
Flexes his constellations.
She goes, "That's a neat trick, Shug."
Yeah.
Turns her
Demonstrates.
attention. Goldburn's got a thing for the tieflings.
It does.
Looks over at Zatari and wiggles eyebrows.
Horns are
okay.
easier to pull than hair.
Yeah. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Is Tyria still in the air?
He is.
I am.
Lightning bolt through this goblin, this ogre. Yeah, I'm guessing that's
Ooh.
it, really.
Okay.
On Safine's part, it is a
What's the DC on that?
Dex saving throw, 14.
Ooh, well, the goblin passed, but the ogre does not. So
Okay.
roll your damage. Something absurd. 8d6 or something. God.
Yeah, how about that?
Ooh, how about that? Even on the half, goblin gets incinerated, as does the ogre. You watch as Safine
Yeah.
comes out, and you guys knew she had to be powerful to hold her own, carrying this much money and this many valuable artifacts. For someone who seems to travel alone, but you are getting the idea she is a much more powerful spellcaster. Than anybody on this field, but that many of you may have ever met. I don't know. So Tally's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna throw one psychic blade at our bugbear here.
Get him.
Is that a miss?
That is a miss.
Okay, second attack, also probably a miss.
That is a miss. Bonus attack.
Loving it. Bonus attack. also at the same target. Wow, how about that?
You're so distracted by Safine just being a total badass that you miss the first two entirely, and you catch Bergin with a third, and he has to make he
Fucking-
loses a
are
death
you-
save. No, I'm kidding.
Damn.
I'm not gonna do that. Bergin's on the ground. Miros has already been hit
Yeah.
twice. This one will hit. This one will hit Davos. Be courteous. No sneak attack, but he does take a little ping to his plate mail. God. Tally, you. That's like the second. Is that the third time you've hit somebody else, or is that just the second?
I think that's the second for me.
Okay. Like Miros looks at you. That's strike 2. Zatari, you and Miss Naxine.
All right. We'll attack the remaining ogre.
Get him. That definitely hits.
6, 7 damage.
He's looking rough.
Then-
He's bloodied.
Maxine will cast Magic Missile at the last 3 remaining. Oh, I guess this goblin, and this goblin.
Okay, go ahead. They all hit, so they.
Wait, what was the damage on it? I forget.
1d4.
4.
Devin, is that right?
Yeah.
D4 plus 1.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
D4 plus 1.
2 4s.
We'll do the green ones for the 4s, and then this little guy for the 1. So 5 to the green and 2 to the purple.
Both of these goblins are pelted and wake up. And are terrified to see a giant talking tree standing over them. I like to think a la Patrick meme, and just like where he's looking down like
Disgusting.
God. You're not wrong. Lipperloss, you get the idea. Lipperloss is enjoying himself. He hasn't been needed to join the fray in a minute, so he's taking advantage.
Having a good time.
Naxine. Or no, she did Magic Missile, I'm sorry. So, Goblin D and E, now that they're awake, they're both going to try to fire off a bolt onto Safine and Tally, respectively. A 16 to Safine and a 4
That
to
hits.
Tally.
Yeah, it hits Safine.
Only 3 damage to Safine.
Okay.
Valkyr,
Wow.
you guys are
What a
almost done with
boss-ass
this.
bitch.
Oh yeah, she's... ain't fucking around. Who's Valkyr? Oh, that's also Tally, I'm sorry.
I am Valkyr, yeah. Valkyr is going to step
Hey,
a little
wait
bit
a
to the
second.
side. Hello?
Go ahead and finish. I'll bring it up in a second.
Blast
Devin's mad about something.
on... Oh, goodness, again? These are at the ogre over here.
Oh my god. Oh, y'all are gonna regret eventually doing this, like... Nat ones are fun! Let's do that! That hurts. You pepper Lipperloss, who, a little less amused the second time, but he's not close to bloodied, so he's fine. And who are you hitting, the goblin or the ogre?
The ogre.
The ogre, sorry, 25. Alright.
Hold ons.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bergens would not have dropped.
Oh! You are right! Bergin, as you begin to go down, the phoenix on your shoulder,
Yeah.
like, for the first time that you guys have had it, you see as it actually takes flight and flies in a circle above you. And as it does, it begins to leave a trail of fire behind it. And then it erupts into fire. And then those ashes sort of swirl down, and they almost have like a gem dust quality to them. They sparkle and shine. And Bergin, you push yourself up, and you get all of its hit points, which isn't a whole lot. I think it's only like 6, maybe? Hang on, it's in our strongholds and followers. 5 hit points. So you hop back up with 5 hit points. Thank you, Devin, for reminding me.
Never went
us
down
of
in the
that.
first place because I forgot.
Yeah. In that case, that blade that Tally threw earlier, that did hit you when you were down. No. But you notice...
Is it old enough yet? Like, have you had
Yeah,
it long
it
enough?
as soon as it
Yeah.
you were the most bonded to it. So if it was gonna pop on anybody, it was gonna be you. It would also do Zatari or Davos, but you are like its kindred
But
spirit.
now you have a phoenix egg.
Yeah, as the ashes settle and you push yourself up, you don't even really realize what happened. But beneath it's unusual. It's almost like a small snow had occurred, and there's actually a couple of inches of ash all around you, way more than a single bird should have made. And standing on the edge of it is a reddish-orange egg, almost looking like an Easter egg in a field of ash. And you pick it up, and a sort of somber feeling takes over you. While this creature did this willingly, it almost feels selfish to let it do it. And you stow the egg in your well-protected spot and return to the battle. You are on your ass, like you are prone, but you're good.
Word.
Valkyr. Did we do
Yes.
Valkyr? Yeah, we did the
We
blast
just
blast.
blasted.
Yeah, he
And
blasted.
Miros is who I need to do. Okay, so Miros swings at Bugbear. He misses. Bugbear C. Are you dead? No, Bugbear C is the one to the north. He's going to go, and he's going to, seeing the big thunderbolt, he's going to go in 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to take a swing on Mama Safine. He misses, because nobody fucks with Mama Safine. Ogre D, which is this one, is going to take a swing for the tree. Actually, no, he saw that the tree resisted his hits. So he's actually going to 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to go for a swing on Tally instead. 13 plus 4, 17.
That does hit. How dare you?
First of all, how dare. Second of all, 8 damage. 8
Okay.
points of damage to Sir Talaband as Goldbrand and Lifferlass get ready to go.
Alright, Goldbrand, trusting Zatari above him to deal with that obnoxious fucking ogre, is gonna move 5, 10, 15 feet. Does it cost him anything to pick Bergin up to his feet?
I will
Regardless, he's gonna reach down to touch him.
Yeah,
to
I will
cast Cure Wounds.
I will say 10 feet of movement speed to pick him up, just for shits and kicks, since he's not unconscious.
I have that amount left.
Yeah.
So he'll reach down, grab Bergin, like by, not his pauldron, but like the collar of
Oh.
his chest plate, and like pull him up and cast Cure Wounds.
Well,
He'll say,
Thanks,
it feels
Brad.
good to returns the favors for once. Oh, I have second level spell slots. Oh no, that's Davos. Oh, Devin. Oh, I have a second level. Oh, I just can't use it. Alright, well, this is the best I got, so I'm sorry. Oh.
Oh.
it's better than nothing.
No, yeah. Almost doubled his health point total.
And with my bonus action, I'll throw a fucking javelin at that fucking ogre.
Get it.
I don't know why I can't do this yet. Blue.
Oh.
No.
And hit Talaband?
Sure.
Or Zatari.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Actually, no, yeah, I like to think Zatari in the air, you don't even register him, and you like go to like throw a long arch and just like get him in the leg or something.
Right in the ass.
So that was your initiations.
Oh god. Is this a hazing thing right now?
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was looking for a hazing joke, couldn't think of one.
5
Your
points.
initiation rights.
Your initiation to Pennsylvania State sports athletics team.
Right. Take a spear in the ass. Welcome.
5 points to Zatari. Lifferlass, what's he hitting?
Oh, Lifferloss is gonna do in them goblins 1 each, I guess.
Pop him.
Here's the first 1d20.
That
Here's
hits.
the second 1d20.
You get that 6, is that right?
Yes, yes.
They're
14 each, so...
They're so low that he just squishes them. Like he hits the first and just like almost rolls onto the second one. Ogre C. Is that the last one? No, Ogre C is the one you just killed. So Goblin H. They're all mixed up now. He's one of the confused ones. 7. Go up and see what that is. I think that's he hit something random. He hit something random. 1 second. Even. He's gonna fire off one at Zatari. He does not hit. Goblin I, which is this one here. He's gonna try to take a swing at Davos. 19 hits, which is actually pretty impressive for a goblin to hit him. And he's gonna deal 10 damage. Damn. Okay. Davos ain't looking great, y'all.
Welcome.
Goblin G, I think, is dead. Bergin, your move, my man.
Yeah, right.
We are so close.
Say I'm up on my feet now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you
Did my
know.
thing dissipate once I went through my
It's
thing?
spiritual weapon.
It technically would, yes. And thank you for being an honest dude about it, because I forgot.
No, it's all good. All right. In that case,
DBZ noise. Ching, 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 ching.
Nothing personal, kid.
I'm gonna take a swing at this dude with me mace.
With me, Mace. Part of me wants to say roll advantage. We're saying me, Mace. Oh. You just gave me a sick idea for that just meat. So go ahead and roll damage. Oh, that pings him well, but doesn't quite get him. So you still have your bonus action, and then you have G's moves.
And bonus action, I will. Healing word, I believe, on
Get it
Davos.
on Davos. All right.
Now, as a bonus action, can I do it at like whatever level?
Yeah. You can still use whatever level you have available. So if you have 3rd level spells, 2nd level spells, like slots available, you can upcast those.
Sweet.
Eight points of healing to Sir Davos. G.
Can roll a 1 on that. Fuck me.
It did.
That's awesome.
That is pretty solid. Minimum 8 points healing. Z gets her move. She.
Yeah. She's gonna do the slaying at this big boy.
Bro, make 2 rolls with a 20, my dude.
Rolls of D20.
That hits. Oh.
Oh my
God.
god. So many ones.
Let's
Doing
fucking
the
each other up.
swingiest night.
Tally take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
The ogre takes 5. No, I'm sorry, 4. Okay. Davos and Orin.
Davos is going to green flame blade this motherfucker. Those are cantrips.
Yes, sir.
And after reading it, there's no reason he shouldn't.
Mm.
He wants the extra to try to go to the...
Goblin?
Yes.
Gotcha. Get him. Roll to hit.
Got you. Working on it.
Oh,
God
that does
damn.
not hit either. Man. It's so funny, too. Okay, so ethereal green flames, no purchase. Orin, however, is going to ready his bow against that big fucker. Nat 20. Ooh, boys. Wow. Orin readies his short bow and fires off an arrow and catches this ogre in the eye socket, and it goes down. Orin turned out to be the surprise MVP of this. Like, I mean, all of them have done a fuck ton, but he's
Bards, man.
killed like 3 ogres, I think. All right, shit. As that last ogre falls, you see the 2 remaining bugbears and one of the goblins look on in panic, and they try to flee. But as they do, you guys just pummel them.
Lifer Loss is like, no.
As they try to go through that, he's just like whack-a-mole, like, what are you doing? The one confused goblin is still like half talking to himself, and you guys off him. Congratulations.
Ooh.
You guys have unlocked a special cutscene. Devin, if you will cut the music on Fred for me.
I can do that.
This will be very brief. I think 5 minutes. Maybe a little longer.
Oh, come on now.
Draws a
Damn.
That second soundtrack you found was fucking lit.
Liferless uproots himself from the
Yeah, it was
grove.
very random, but it
With
was
his
super
gnarled
good.
roots,
For
pulls
sure.
himself into the square.
Also, when the
Literally
Phoenix came
bursts
on, there
through
was a
the
key
doorway,
change and the
sees
music
the
switched,
long
like
It
right
was
as you started
fucking
mentioning the Phoenix. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
The whole narration was, the whole music was, Jerry was narrating, I was like, yes. Fucking a la Dark Souls style Bergin, just picking up his fucking glowing eggs. He stands up out of the ashes.
All right, so I don't know how loud this will be. If you need to increase the volume on my Discord thing, but I'm going to share something to your screen, boys. Just as the last enemy of the second wave of intruders fall, you feel the hairs on the back of your neck rise. You feel an inexplicable draw westward, toward the main gate. Your mind flashes back to the statue of Shanti that welcomed you as a stranger within the city devoted to Lathander's one love. A second flash of the ruined statue of Lathander you first saw on Nightstone, shattered and stained. A heat builds within your stomach as the draw grows stronger. What do?
I head towards the statue of Shanti.
As you race through the moonlit sea of wheat, your heartbeat thunders within your ears. Your muscles and stomach ache from the intensity of your pace, yet you power through it and charge on through the night. You hear your allies calling after you in confusion as they give chase, but the pull within you carries you with haste, as you feel that not 1 second can be spared. The ground shakes as you round the corner and see 2 massive, grotesque figures appear from the open gate and step within the glow of the torchlight. Crooked, yellowed teeth, thin brown hair over dull eyes, engorged, massive stomachs. They stand easily twice as tall as Golbrand with room to spare. Large, burlap sacks dragging behind them, gripped with thick, hairy fingers that hang down to their knees. You are still dozens of feet away, but you hear the booming voices of these 2 giants. "Boudreaux! They done be ringing them bells! I told you we waited too long! Thibodeau, I say you Smarlins bring us the food and we bring it back home! Oh, that's nonsense, Boudreaux! We need to get the food before they mess it up! Oh, well, shoo-wee, Thibodeau! That one lady there got a whole mess of food! Oh, Boudreaux, you couillon!" You see them lumbering toward the statue of Shanti, licking their thin lips as they prepare to raid the offerings left within the 2 immense cornucopias. As you race closer, you see them stepping over limp corpses of 5 or 6 guards, bloodied and battered, useless against the massive foes. You feel a brief tug of fear in the back of your mind, and for a single instant you consider waiting for your allies. But you bury the urge entirely beneath your building fervor. Just as the hill giants approach the wooden statue, you burst from the Wheatfields with your rapier and shield in hand and position yourself before the statue. Steady in your righteous fury, time seems to halt around you as Lathander's voice resonates within you once more and your amulet begins to glow. "Davos, my chosen warrior, you have defended the fragments of my idol, brought light to the dark caves where souls would be forfeit, mended stone and forged it anew, and in this darkest night you shall defend the effigy of my love. You have always possessed a spirit of light, but this day you shall prove that you have had the heart of a warrior as well, and stand before the foulest creatures that lurk in the darkness as Davos, the Dawnbringer." A burst of sunlight radiates from the amulet and shines forth impossibly bright, blinding and halting the giant's advance. The light grows larger and larger, seemingly covering the entire length of the inner west wall. Before you realize at your back, the sun has risen over the horizon and empowered you with the full, luminous fury of Lathander. The giants drop their sacks and raise their burly arms to shield their beady eyes from your piercing radiance. And even without your allies by your side, you feel unstoppable. As you come forward and this blinding burst of sunlight just blinds them, and the dawn comes behind them, aiding you even further. The blast of guiding bolt peppers into one of them, leaving little scorch marks across their bare chest, singeing some of the exposed hairs that you see. They come forward, one hand covering their eyes, just sort of swinging blindly as they try to make their way towards you, missing entirely. And it is back at your turn.
Alright. So I will melee attack, and I have this cantrip.
Green Flame Blade. Yes.
And it just rolled damage, it looks like. Alright.
Yeah, I think you have to make a melee attack, if I remember correctly
Yes. So it should be the
23
rapier. 23
most
hits.
certainly hits. They are still blinded. Normally on one turn effects, it disappears at the start of your turn, but this ends at the end of your next turn. So they are blinded for effectively 2 rounds of your combat if you open one of your turns with the light. So go ahead and roll an extra d6 for me.
This is on the green Thibodeau. Dang, nice. So
Does the Green Flame Blade hit multiple creatures?
let me pull it up again, since this is actually the first time I've ever been able to use it.
No. I feel that. 6 damage. Okay, so first you hit Thibodeau, and the 6 and the 8 and the first 6 of Green Flame Blade all pop on him, and that's 20 damage, which is a pretty sizable chunk. He's pretty close to
And since I hit bloodied,
yeah, sorry.
I would like to expend a spell slot to Divine Smite for 2d8.
Go right a fucking head.
Do a first level spell slot. So that is 2d8. Let's see.
Oh no.
10 damage.
He is bloodied. You effectively took this massive lumbering creature down to half health in 2 rounds of your combat.
And
Bra fucking bow. Oh shit. You got more tricks.
yes, Channel Divinity is Inspiring Smite. Can I just say whoever has the least amount of hit points at this point?
Yeah. So what I will do is I'm actually going to drop. We'll go ahead and
2d8
is the 10
plus 3.
2d8 plus 3.
So 16 temp hit points. Dang, bro.
I'm going to go ahead and put that on the map, and then when we get here, whoever needs it the most, I'll pass that off to.
Okay.
But at this moment, after unleashing a flurry of blows against these dudes, just literally laying into these enormous creatures. They're easily 16 feet tall, thick, built, impossibly sturdy and dense. And even though they're fat, there's a good bit of muscle from literally just hauling all this weight around. And as you lay into them, your allies who saw you take off into the Wheatfields and pursued you have finally caught up and are joining the fray. And with that, my dude, we're going to go ahead and call a little end to this little mini session. And that was what me and Davos got to work on yesterday.
Liddy.
Oh yeah, it was very fun. This is where you guys are going to be picking up next week, the encounter with these 2 giants. You have not had... You can say you drank a potion, or you can say you popped a heal using spell slots if you do. Or you can choose to try to heal somebody else. But we will pick up next week fighting off those 2.
Word.
Hope you guys had a good time. Sorry for going over. I just really wanted to try to get to where if Davos can join us next week, that he can dive right into this fun shit. And then we should have a good fucking time.
Sure.
So with
Hell
that,
yeah, thank you for a fun session.
Yeah,
of course,
exquisite
absolutely, my dude.
session.
glad you guys finally got to fuck up a lot of shit. There's a lot of combat this go around. There will be a little bit more next week, and then you guys you'll enter the sandbox phase of this adventure. Because you guys are just now kind of wrapping up chapter 2. And chapter 3 is wide fucking open. So, thank you again. Be good. Take care of yourself. And is it Friday yet?